We are close to, just before the statement of the AFCON chairman could come to an end, we see citizens are going through towards this end. It is, it is chaotic here. It is chaotic. There you see, troops are being through here. And here you got the AFCON chairman just spoke a few minutes ago, and you got supporters of the CDC throwing stones from the other end right here. You can see missiles, stones being thrown, and then tear gas have been fired. There you got the Liberia National Police on this end. Tear gas have been through. Here you got one. Yes, you got one. A tear gas right here being through on the ground of the AFCON headquarters. You see he's struggling to get it up. And here you got officers of the Liberia National Police firing tear gas towards this end. It's terrible here. And then AFCON chairman had to run for safety. There again you got another tear gas. I've been tear gas myself. You can see the team. You got police right here. Hey, you He's carrying stone in his hand. The police is regrouped right here. I can't see myself.
Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, Stan Tunnel with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.
Tools of spoon to get your information. Tools of spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon television. Spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia.
You see, right after you see stones being thrown here. Supporters of CDC are throwing stones. Just before the statement of the AFCON chairman could come to an end, you see citizens are throwing through towards this end. It is, it is chaotic here. It is chaotic. There you see, troops are being through here. And here you got the AFCON chairman just spoke a few minutes ago, and you got supporters of the CDC throwing stones from the other end right here. You can see missiles, stones being thrown, and then tear gas have been fired. There you got the Liberia National Police on this end. Tear gas have been through. Here you got one. Yes, you got one. A tear gas right here being through on the ground of the AFCON headquarters. You see he's struggling to get it up. And here you got officers of the Liberia National Police firing tear gas towards this end. It's terrible here. And then AFCON chairman had to run for safety. There again you got another tear gas. I've been tear gas myself. You can see the team. You got police right here. Hey, He's carrying stone in his hand. The police is regrouped right here. I can see myself. You can see from right there. The police are moving towards this end. Officers and the Black National Police are moving towards this end. I can't see any longer. They are moving right here. You see that in the smoke. You see, right after you see two people here, supporters of CDC are throwing stones. I mean, just before the statement of the AFCON chairman could come to an end, you see CDCs are throwing stones towards this end. It is, I mean, it is chaotic here. It is chaotic. There you see, tools are being thrown here, and here you got the AFCON chairman just spoke a few minutes ago, and you got supporters of the CDC throwing stones from the other end right here. You can see missiles, stones being thrown, and then tear gas have been fired. There you got the Black National Police on this end. Tear gas have been through. Here you got one. Yes, you got one. A tear gas right here being through on the ground of the AFCON headquarters. You see he's struggling to get it up. And here you got officers of the Black National Police firing tear gas towards this end. It's terrible here. And then AFCON chairman had to run for safety. There again you got another tear gas. I've been tear gas myself. You got police right here. He's carrying stone in his hand. The police is regrouped right here. I can see myself. You can see from right there. The police are moving towards this end.
Today's Sunday service, we are in Fokiklo Jalaj Family Fellowship Church. All the citizens they are around to celebrate today, to worship with the King of the Nation. So everybody are here from Vera district. They are coming. People are here today. They are waiting to get their seat.
You see, right after you see two people here, supporters of CDC are throwing stones. I mean, just before the statement of the AFCON chairman to come to an end, you see CDCs are throwing stones towards this end. It is, I mean, it is chaotic here. It is chaotic. There you see, tools are being thrown here, and here you got the AFCON chairman just for a few minutes ago, and you got supporters of the CDC throwing stones from the other end right here. You can see missiles, stones being thrown, and then tear gas have been fired. There you got the Liberia National Police on this end. Tear gas have been through. Here you got one. Yes, you got one. A tear gas right here being through on the ground of the AFCON headquarters. You see he's struggling to get it up. And here you got officers of the Liberia National Police firing tear gas towards this end. It's terrible here. And then AFCON chairman had to run for safety. There again, you got another tear gas. I've been tear gas myself. You got police right here. He's carrying stone in his hand. The police is regrouped right here. I can see myself. You can see from right there. The police are moving towards this end. Officers of the Liberia National Police are moving towards this end. I can't see any longer. They are moving right here. You see that in the smoke.
Yes, a special one from the CEO, Stan Tunnel with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.
Tools of spoon to get your information. Tools of spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon, you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon.
Friday the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.
Okay, folks, it's another great day in Monrovia. I'd like to say welcome to you across the world. Thanks for joining us. This is the late night show, the late night politics on Spoon. This is where Liberians gather to talk about the happenings on this platform. We disagree. On the late night show, we agree. Sometimes it's full of tension. At the end of the day, we get at a point where we agree, because we all have our eyes on the bigger picture, and that happens to be Liberia. And sometimes the people from different political parties who disagree on issues
You want to know what is happening Moreover to
In most cases, they all mean well for the country,
politicians want to make their decision
but
just
sometimes they look at the path to the destination.
in administration to
They analyze it from different perspectives. Someone thinks that they should pass from the east before getting there. Someone thinks that no, we should use the path taking off from the west before getting there. While the next man thinks that no, we should use another path.
yeah,
But at the end of the day,
to smooth.
that's democracy right there for you.
Keep on great
The late night show
to smooth.
is the place where we all gather.
You got the sport TV, you got
Whether you're from the CDC, you're from the ANC, you're from the UP,
yeah,
you're from the ACOP,
to
every individual, every Liberian is welcomed right here on the show. So again, I want to say thanks for joining us on the program tonight. The late night show is back on the radio. And now let me say this. We have today we're doing strict 2 hours, exact 2 hours. We're going to be out of here, exact 2 hours. So those of you who can jump in, you gotta jump in as soon as possible because we're not going to be up here long tonight. I want to say welcome to all of you. Thanks to those of you, our ardent followers who always make up time. Who always make up time to join us here on the platform. Welcome. Those of you in the comment section, you have your own show, a whole program going right there on in the comment section. Thanks as well. We appreciate you. And thanks to those of you who can beat on us a whole lot. You know, sometimes we're making our best analysis of things and somebody just write in the comment section and say, hey, you're not making sense. We appreciate you. But listen, we appreciate diversity of views. You just have to be safer in doing that. And I think that's what democracy calls for. So again, welcome to the program. I'm Nelson Colette. Let me bring in my co-moderator, Moba Zokia. Moba, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Nelson. Thank you for
I mean,
bringing
you're sitting, and you lay back. You know, you're rested as someone who is well filled. You know, like in LRB, right? Come here. No, not that juice making you to lay back like that, my man. You know, some kind of beans or something got to be in the making. I mean, you.
I thought you nothing yet because I swear I thought the next thing everybody's not talking shit.
Oh man, in fact, I just saw you eating in the background again. Mama is always eating. Sherry, welcome to the show. Sherry, you muted. I don't know whether like the database center muted.
Database center for one hack.
They say Sherry when I run down in a minute when the rat go. How you escape?
I
got on the bike.
They say the minute John one rat Sherry jump before you open your eye, you're already in America. Listen, the mail yeah. That one rack made a man to just appear.
Nessie owe me. You know how much you owe me?
No.
They may owe me $400.
How owe you?
Oh.
Maybe I got on a bike. I went all the way to the station. When I went, they got some BB daughter in that fence. And then the security guy, we looking for Nessie. And then when I called the guy, oh man, I left for an hour there. I said, okay. You know what?
Oh,
that money I get that bike, man, you'll pay for it.
No, that $4 just added on the thing. I won't talk, but thank you. But I appreciate the fact that Megan to all. But Charisma, welcome to the show. It's good to have you here.
Thank you, Nelson. How was your day?
Yeah, I think I had a good deal.
You know, I meant to commend you today. You have a really, really good energy. How you do both shows.
They make it drink energy drink at the bar.
You gotta drink this recipe, yo. How you drink well? You don't even just sleep tonight. I'm going to be on coffee.
And make it drink rocks.
Energy drink well.
No, but even drinking rocks, I would advise him not to drink a lot.
No, I'm not kidding. Make him drink rocks.
Two can of rocks.
I'm not kidding. You know, get messed up.
Okay, why so? Because
the reason is that the caffeine that is in it,
get too much caffeine in it
for your heart rate.
Yeah.
So even when you get it red, when you get it red,
I don't drink anything.
You see it on it. Yeah, so you can't drink two. Yeah,
of course. Yeah,
okay.
that's
Thank you. And I think that's a good one. Listen, as time goes by, we're gonna have people coming on the show with expertise from different professional backgrounds. You know, like the health area. We could have someone come on the show for maybe just 30 minutes, talk to us about, you know, some of those very important things.
That's true.
This is beyond politics, you know, but this is the political season right now. So.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. We are off first.
So what Prince was saying, the Red Bull and every other energy drink, like they have different names of the we have different kinds of energy drink in Liberia. It's not good for the heart.
Okay.
But nothing, right? I got an experience on Red Bull. I remember 2014.
Yeah, so much caffeine.
Oh, wow. I think
so. For that reason, your ability to sleep when you drink a Red Bull too much, your ability to sleep, it goes very high. You can't sleep. There's nothing in your face to cause sleep. I'll be real with you. But nothing exhausted for that purpose. I did not know.
I got an experience before 2014. Yeah. I drank whole bottle of Red Bull. I went off out to work. They got to they call ambulance. I tell you, my man. Well, when the doctor told me, like, you know what? Don't never drink anything containing caffeine. Since then, I don't drink anything containing caffeine. More than how many years? 2014.
I have a quick question for the health expert.
But who's the health expert here?
Okay,
no, I don't know. But again, if anybody expert, we just trying to help out.
No, so Sherry, that question.
But listen, for me, I have an addiction. My addiction is this: I'm addicted to street food in Liberia, especially those bread you can sell in Liberia. Oh my God!
Which are the bread?
There's a bread you can sell by how you call it, man? Like they sell them at
in the traffic
junction.
That bread in the traffic. Oh,
yeah, not a flat bread. I just forgot the name, man. But those,
I think those ones are saved.
Fanti bread, right?
Yeah, those Fanti bread.
Let me describe it. You can put it in the plastic full.
Yes.
Plastic,
right? 3, yeah. It depends on one, right?
No water, no nothing, no minus.
And then
no
we're
water,
making
no.
And then we're making.
I'm making even the water, right? I don't know, but everybody got different system. Yeah, before last, when I went, my daughter picked me up from the airport, my wife and I. She cooked and she bought it got some Arabic writing on it. Now, seeing that water, I had to make my stand-up come back 1 week. 1 week.
Why are you talking water with Arabic writing on it?
Yeah. Oh my God. They call this one a
but again, I think that's because your system, it was new to your system. You know, I think Sheriff talking about that street food. We are here, we can eat that thing. You can do nothing to our system already.
So Prince, the water part is your system, what your system got used to. So when I was doing my campaign and I was on in the different communities, at one point in time I got very tested and I needed to drink badly. I could not walk without drinking. So I just bought one $5 water plastic in a plastic, we call it here. Nelson, please help me.
One bag of water. And the plastic.
The plastic water, the one in the plastic.
The sachet, but I want bag of water, right?
Yeah, just
one. Pure water.
Pure water, yes.
Mineral water.
For 3 days.
The Bibe you drank?
No, not a Bibe.
No, Bibe in the country. Like we are going far above Bibe now. Let me tell you now.
That thing was crazy.
Somebody be tying the water. You see the water from their hand. The brown, but the tiny water, tiny Bibe and putting it in the freezer.
I want to get you time for real time for you guys going to the gym, going free.
How many persons drink Bibe? How many persons drink the Bibe?
I mean, all
you drink Bibe?
I drank Bibe, my man.
I drank Bibe
2003, 2004, 2005.
That Alfred, the man out the king for Bibe.
Oh yeah,
don't go there. He used to get it from around Gorbachev.
Sandy, you drank B-Bear before, Sandy?
Of course.
Okay.
Who not drink beer?
Who not drink B-Bear? Wait
You ask Mickey. You ask Mickey. You know
I
B-Bear
all
before?
these things. But I want to talk about the whole issue of the energy drink, like the Red Bull and the stuff like that. Look, man, let me just tell y'all to do something, to do this experiment. I'm not going to say don't drink it, but I want you to do this. You know the whole milk? The fresh milk, we got the one in the can, right? You know the one we can buy in the store here? The fresh milk, what they call the whole milk? Pour half. Pour half of the whole milk in a glass. Then pour half of the Red Bull or the Monster in there. Let it sit for a while and see what will happen.
It's crazy. I think you said mustard. My man, all the drink.
Let's see what will happen. You know how the icing can be. You know the icing on the cake. You see it? That's what it's going to turn to. That's complete sugar and caffeine. You put it in your system. Try it for yourself. Don't say Mickey say. Do that experiment.
Wow.
Then you know you get drinking.
But Mickey, forgot about energy drink. Only one person that got problem with energy drink and mobile. But what we're talking here is the Liberian street food.
My man, I want to get stopped for
stop me. One of my colleagues dropped from drinking.
I went to Liberia. 2021. They see Video Club on the Oro. I used to live smart road.
Exactly.
On the Oro, I used to watch over there. I went there. Me and my man, we ate our cassava grilled street food with the cow skin. I got my man. Our system already.
It didn't do anything to you, right? You were just okay with
me, bro. The only thing I didn't drink the water.
Yes, exactly.
The water by try it. What's the more wrong?
Water can run my stomach. But
I think
2019, I nearly died in that country.
Oh, Raymond stay backstage. Raymond, what's going on?
I went back home.
They said the man who was saying
you the man. So
Raymond, you are drinking B-Bear.
I came when you were making your plan. I ran home. I took by all.
I know that somebody out sleeping, my man.
That's right. Talking about
how many pounds you left today?
Yeah. Let's listen to Raymond.
So talking about
drink B-Bear.
Safe drinking water. Huh?
You drank B-Bear?
Who never drink big bag in Liberia? But it ran my stomach.
Anthony has not.
It ran my stomach many times. So, as a matter of fact, somewhere in 2008, a friend of mine and I went to Ghana, and we got the water making machines, and we started a company called Life Water. But the profit margin was so small, so we sold out to Ducal Water.
Okay.
They still sell one $5 Kobo in Liberia. $5 Liberty. Kobo.
Where you find $5
they also buy those there. Let me share my story. So I attended Duja, like bro Duja. I used to live in Banose, right? To take the short cut to Grassfield. They get one Oma there. 2 money I go there, the Oma will give me a crawl with beans made for $5.
Yeah, Kobo and cheap because I small money, yeah.
Oh, and $5 in beans made. So I go with that thing, I drink my Big Bear. My man, hold it. So money.
Yeah,
exactly.
You can get it cheap.
They have made sure to get plenty. I will help the old man to wash the dishes to get plenty.
But gentlemen, who had Gary Yoko?
My man, I think
I still get Gary Yoko in my house here. Even here, I eat Gary Yoko every day.
I love it.
My man, I think wasn't Philly, Gary wasn't Philly that Liberia, you know.
Exactly.
I love Gary Yoko.
Why you can be putting your ball me for?
I'm not living Philly, I get it, bro.
But gentlemen, guess what, right?
I know. You know, it's tell the people from Grand G there. So what? I mean, all the niggas say the sapo.
So, gentlemen, let me throw you another conversation. What about the burger with dry rice?
All the people doing eating time.
So Evelyn
wanna say thank
Evelyn
you.
Restaurant, right? The
We'll continue with
I think all of you, I'm the only person.
You really like food on the show.
So let me use this occasion to promote
Okay, let's do this. I see now the whole
so
thing.
Cindy, I mean Nelson, right? Just give me 1 second.
We got to run something on wheel.
So we're talking about Liberian cuisines, right? Let me use this opportunity to promote a Liberian restaurant, the Evelyn Restaurant.
How many paying? How many paying for it?
Promotion, my man.
My man, pay for the thing.
Liberianization.
My man, pay for the thing.
Raymond, tomorrow morning will be tomorrow first thing in the morning.
Evelyn, then you work out you freely, yeah?
No, listen, first thing tomorrow morning,
right?
Raymond will receive his bill.
I didn't say nothing, but I just called a name.
Listen, Raymond, we on 3 radio stations, and 4 online platforms. So you know what we're talking about? You pay a small thing tomorrow for that promotion. Thank you very much. But I think it's a great thing that we are all here again. I see Soiree is backstage. Wow. Soiree, the studio 4 already. But we'll bring you on. We're gonna rotate at some point in time. But again, it's great to be here, guys. I want to say thank you to everyone. I think we've all been following the elections results. Again, we are not here long tonight. Hopefully we'll be here. Okay, we've exhausted 30 minutes already, so we'll be here for maybe like 1 hour 30 minutes. But all of you have been following the activities, the happenings in the country with respect to the elections. As we were saying, as time goes by, we're gonna have some time when we'll talk about other things here on the show. And immediately as we started talking about the health aspect, I saw some people in the comment section, oh yeah, we'll be willing to come on to provide the education and all of that. But it's about the politics now. Decision-making process. What happens to Liberia in the next 6 years will be determined by what we do now. And that's why it's important for the discourse to go on. It's important for us to have the tough conversations, to have the disagreements now, convince who you can convince to join your political party, regardless of where you come from, which political party you support, because this particular movement is what's going to shape the future of our country. Senator Vonnie Sherman has announced his retirement from active politics following his defeat in Grand Cape Mountain County senatorial race. So the old man say he didn't get time for Liberian politics again. So he was going to sit down, enjoy, his retirement age and all of that. On the flip side, the Unity Party is warning President George Weah against tampering with the results of the October 10 presidential and legislative elections. These are all some of the things that are happening in the country. But the big one is the election results. And until we are done with this process, as much as we have the National Elections Commission coming up with results every single day, we'll keep talking about the results. We will keep providing analysis around the results and talking about where we stand every given day. So yesterday we were at 72% of the results. National Elections Commission released about 72% of the result. The Unity Party was in the lead with 0.05% of the vote. Well, but today is a different case. From 72%, sorry, that was the day before. Now, yesterday, the NEC released up to 92% of the results. And again, it was a jubilant mood. A lot of people predicted that by today, we will have seen the final result coming up from the National Elections Commission. Since in fact, from the previous result, a lot of people already projected that there will be a second round. So most of the media, the folks who attended the NEC press conference today from different media institutions, the anticipation was that, okay, the 7 something percent of the result is going to be out today, and then maybe we talk about something else. But interestingly, today we got 6%, additional 6% of the result, making it 98%, a little over 98% of what's coming up from the National Elections Commission. So what that means is that NEC is going to have another press conference tomorrow. So as it stands, yesterday, the Unity Party was in the lead. The Unity Party was in the lead with the 0.05% of the vote. But today, we have the CDC in the lead. CDC is leading by 5,000, a little over 5,000 votes right now, based on what has been released from the National Elections Commission. So we are expected to have maybe the final, maybe not, or another batch of results coming from the National Elections Commission tomorrow. But there were a few issues that became of concern to a lot of people. And number one, today the District 7 and 8 results were not announced. Now the day before, District 7 result was announced, and Emmanuel Dan was pronounced as the winner. But then yesterday, or let's say today, now we'll say yesterday because here in Liberia, it's already the next day. So when the concern was raised, the answer then was that the same result from yesterday is the same result today. That means that for District 7 and 8, there's no new result. So those two districts were skipped. Now, aside from that, the situation with District 7, there was no result announced in the first place. And at a point, the Board of Commissioners was asked this question as to the winner and all of that. And they were, a bit shaken as to, they were uncertain as to whether they even announced a winner yesterday, and at some point they then provided some clarity that there were issues raised and they're going back and forth with it. But there was a protest today as well before the National Elections Commission. Some folks from District 8 went to protest in demand of the results. They say that their district is in the heart of the city. There's nothing such as constraints in accessing portion of District number 8, Montserrat County. So why the delay? It became a major concern as well that those folks had today. And another one is that the number of polling places in the country, there was a kind of a slight error which the NEC chairperson corrected. The number was increased from the onset of her presentation, but then she came back to make the correction. She said it was an oversight and all of that. So I want us to make our own analysis, share our thoughts on where we stand now. It's no secret that there's going to be a second round. The next debate is about recount, whether the Unity Party should go for a recount, should call for a recount, or they should just sweep it under the carpet and go to a second round. But going to a second round without a recount, some supporters see it as something that would send a message that maybe the Unity Party does not have sufficient evidence or what have you to substantiate the claim that there was some foul plays in the process from the onset. But I want us to make our analysis of the process, the results that are coming in. And as we speak, there are folks from the CDC who are celebrating. Folks from the CDC, because whichever way you pull it, the CDC is in the lead right now. Yesterday, the Unity Party was in the lead, with 0.05%, but today is the CDC in the lead. You know, so but let's make our own analysis of this. I want you to share your thoughts on this. What do you make of the process? The numbers that are coming in, and in the case of what we have now with the Unity Party, some calling for a recount, some saying no, let's just go to a second round. Where do you stand on that as well? What are the positives and negatives associated with that? So maybe we can start from Raymond. Okay, Prince, you wanted to go first?
Yeah, let me go first, please, guys, so that I'll simply go on a patrol.
Okay.
Thank you. Let me say good afternoon to all the panelists, and then good morning to you, Nelson, and good morning to the rest of the people in Liberia. You know, first thing first, for the recount, I won't want that, because even the 170 some thousand invalid vote, because
no, it's the invalid vote is actually 112,875. 112,875.
Right. Thank you for the correction. And even if you look at that, the invalid vote, that some Unity partisans saying that we should go for that recount. Even if you take that total amount and place it onto what we have, we will not still get 50 plus 1. No. That percentage will not go to 50 plus 1. So what I think is that we should come back on the drawing board. We wait, first thing first, we wait tomorrow to hear from her again, what she will say, when the election commission will come away again. Because if you observe the election, from the onset, she started to announce the results. Either she will say, oh, there was an oversight of the number, or we will correct it. I will ask the technician. So it's like somebody who is at the commission of the election do not know what is going on in her backyard. That's how I sense it to be. That's one. Two of it, even when journalists ask her questions, she don't answer the questions. Instead, they baffle around the question. Today, Nelson asked her one question, and then she asked Nelson, you also must be helping to do the civil voter education to the people. The man is asking you, that's your profession. As the NC boss, with the core of the other commissioners. And he's saying that the journalists should also help the people. Besides, what I foresee is that, agree, whatever way it goes, CDC will not go 50 plus 1. Unity Party will not go 50 plus 1, because even the percentage we got right now, if it even enter for CDC, it will not still go 50 plus 1. So I think what we should be thinking about now, and we just I know the team is thinking on it and working on it already. It's Nelson, it's not like Unity Party don't have some check on some of the things that went on, places that bombing, Kidman, and Bapolo. No. There were red flag raids, and there was a check on that. So it's just about Liberians went out to vote massively, and we see the result coming up the way that we expect it now to come up. With, how you call the other guy, Appleton coming in the picture. Nobody saw Appleton campaigning. Every political party had a day to campaign and to launch a campaign. Am I right? But Anthony, we did not see him. So where he was? Were he in the blue sky? So the game already being played. So all Liberians and our partisans out there, my advice is that we will go to the runoff, and within the runoff, trust me, believe in me, Unity Party will tear CDC apart. I'm telling you straight, if and today, It's the 17 on my side. On your side is the 18. Mark that word. We living. We pray that the 3 we gotta get 3 weeks to that. Am I right? So that 3-week point we will do. And my next advice to the team is that we gotta send people. For example, the rescue mother should not be in Monrovia this second round. Rescue mother, relax in Buchanan. When you're about to launch in Buchanan, the team from Monrovia will come to Buchanan. Nima Kante, the vice president will go there with senior senator, and they will do a campaign on our side. That's how I think we should do. And
going back to the process, what do you make of the numbers coming out now for the Unity Party, for example? Are you getting what you put in?
Nelson, as to what I just rightly said, we're not getting what we put in. Reason being, John Brown, we never saw John Brown in the picture. John Brown did not campaign. We never saw him when the question came to the other Brown again. On, I call him Appeton. What did she say? She said, you know, when the preliminary ballot came and they fixed it, bulk of the political party heads were not looking at number one. How will you say that? Who said that? So Appeton vote keep coming. So right now, everybody has some kind of jungle on the social media. Tiawan Gonglo, Braika, Kumis, everybody, Moruba. Where did you see any jungle on social media for Appeton? No, there was not one.
You're talking about what? Jingle on the radio or
on the radio and on social media? You know, I saw one for Appeton. I can't believe I saw it anywhere.
Okay. Listen, let me just share something. But let's move to the next person. Let's have Charisma making a point. Then we'll move to Raymond, and then we will go across. We're gonna call that cross.
Oh, he gone. Nelson, you can bring Salim in. What?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Let me just add to what Prince was saying.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that our people have not done full justice to all of us, because we should have our numbers read out every day, even though we are not NEC. At least Unity Party should have a press conference every day or every 2 days to tell the people what we have from each county. Like that, you gave a full knowledge about our numbers. For example, Moserado County, from our tally, we are leading, or we have 250,000 votes. And from what we have tallied, we are leading CDC with 25,000 votes. Riverside County, we did not do much in Riverside County. We have at least, our people voted for us, and we have 50,000 votes in total. And Joshua is leading us with 1,200 votes. I'm just giving an example.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, it becomes transparent. So we all know that the number of Appeton is a plan or a plot to make sure that the election goes to second round, because Unity Party won the election in first round.
Yeah,
but then here it is again. Why our people are not coming out to let us know, based on our tally sheets, whether Appeton votes are actually there, or Appeton votes are spiritual votes, that they are just appearing only from within NEC office. And from what everyone sees, we see that the ruling party, Judge Weah, is fighting every means possible to make sure that this election is rigged. So we have to be on our toes. We have to be on top of the game. Just recently, few people have fallen out with Unity Party, so definitely the fallback position would be to put hands in hands with CDC. And in that direction, we should be direct, because when the Liberian people trust us with the votes, we should also let them know that the votes are protected. But so far, we have not gotten any press conference from Unity Party to emphasize on our votes, to make it clear and say that, okay, for Nima County, we got 133,000 votes. We are leading, Judge. We are 60,000 or 81,000. Judge, CDC has 33,000. For Maryland County, we did not do well in Maryland County.
Are you talking about a case where the Unity Party, for example, will come on to display her tally sheet and all of that, and even mentioning the votes they accumulated in a different? Oh, sorry about this. Okay, so the votes that they got in the different counties, is that what you're talking about?
Yes, Nelson. We don't have to pull out tally sheets. But once you have your tallying in place like we do, it is appropriate for us to come out and spell our numbers so that the people are aware that we have the numbers. They have the tally sheets. They see tally sheets next how is what we have for all counties. Why is no one from the Unity Party speaking against the votes that the spiritual votes that is popping up for Appleton for the last 6 days?
In the case of Appleton, though there have been series of discussions and people have expressed different views about him, but we keep seeing videos that suggest that this man campaigned, though he was not one of the. In fact, take for example, take a look at this this particular one.
Okay.
Let's take a look at this one. Okay, let's take this for example. It was posted today by an online platform. So you see that?
Nelson, a quick one.
You see that, right?
I'm coming. A very quick one.
That's Appleton and his thousands of supporters. You see them campaigning.
I'm coming. A very quick one. Do you know that video was just recently done?
But the guys are still celebrating.
I'm coming. I will send you. I will make you to play that video again. Do you notice that by watching that video, no one shows out anything of picture or flyer? The poster that they are holding, they are showing you the white back. That is a stage video. Go back. Are
you saying that people are making up these things to suggest
that
just
replay the video for us, Nelson?
Appleton got, he has been in this thing and he's been campaigning. So this particular place is where Appleton has his party headquarters, right? Adjacent the Winners Chapel, not too far from where we are. I will play this video again for the sake of our audience. I want our people to see exactly what we're talking about here. And there you have it. There you have it. There you have it. There you have it.
Got my
There you
point?
have it, folks. There you have it, folks.
Do you have my point, Nelson? Did you see there is no picture on the white sheet that they are holding? There is nothing, and that is a stage video. That is because
again,
everyone.
No, but the people are saying, Karishma, let me hold you there. The people are saying we let our Prezzo business, right? Our Prezzo business. They will not sing this song. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, but nobody will be singing this song at this point, especially when you know that Appiton is not even going to a second round. Why would they want to call him Prezzo when they know that he's not even going to the second round, despite he accumulating some good number of votes that has got everyone shocked? But why do you think they'll be singing "We Like Our Prezzo Bene"? You know,
So
when he's not even going to the second round.
So Nelson,
how will you not want to believe that it's a campaign video?
Okay, so that video is not a campaign video. That's a stage video. I can tell you for a fact. The second one is Appiton came into the country just 2 days for the registration, candidate registration to be closed. Appiton was one of the last presidential candidates that got his application done. If I'm not mistaken, on the last day, the application was closing.
Okay.
And after that, I think after a few days, NEC had to go through their full assessments. I think it just took you because the application closes on July 21st, if I'm not mistaken. And on August 5th, campaign opened. And through all the campaign period, Appiton did not surface. You are talking about Appiton having his office in District 10, and nobody hears anything about Appiton. Now, Appiton, the NEC has made Appiton popular, and what we are doing right now on this show also increases popularity. The Liberian people are listening. They're listening to his name be announced every day. Someone who no one's know. And you still don't think that is a complete plan to rig the election.
So your evaluation,
exactly what they want to vote for.
Okay.
So you don't vote by mistake.
So your analysis of this process is that Appiton got there somehow, and you think the whole thing about his numbers with respect to what we're seeing coming out now is not real.
Yes, because it's a better case for the ruling party to use, because it's just right above us. Appiton fell in a perfect spot. Number one, we are number two. A perfect spot. Now they will not want to make Alexander Cummings popular because he refused to work with them.
Okay.
So they will not want to push that vote to Alexander Cummings.
Thank you. Now let's hold you there and move to Raymond. Raymond, I want you to come in. What do you make of the process so far? We are at 98% of the total vote count. The vote count is at 98%. We left with less than 2%. No secret that there's going to be a second round. But what do you make of the process? What's your evaluation of the process so far? Going to the second round, it's going to be a rough ride. It's going to be a tough one as well. But what's your evaluation of the process as it stands? Raymond, are you with us?
I thought it was going in the normal route it usually does. So, but first of all, like everyone said, the first thing I would like to speak is to the Liberian people. The enthusiasm to show the numbers. I watched on video earlier that morning, and I saw people at the various polling places in their numbers. The Liberian people have won, given the fight that you overwhelmingly voted against this corrupt regime. Whatever opposition political party you voted for, the votes against the regime was more and you came out, no matter what the circumstances, with the numbers shown, it shows that the Liberian people are resolved and angrily voting. And for that reason, my hat's off to you people. And even the monies raised to campaign, all those who volunteer as pool washers to man the votes for the opposition party, no matter what opposition party. The opposition who wants better for this country, to ensure that the country can continue on the path that it has been on for the past 6 years, where mysterious killings and killings of auditors, where Kush were in the country and everybody's child, some way or the other, affected, or someone in some neighborhood that you know is affected. Where the corruption, the president on the last day of campaign unveiling of 500,000, 500,000 vehicle, when people don't have drugs at the very hospital and food in their belly. You show up and you give us a reason why this second round is going to be a win for the opposition. And it's not a unity party. I'm not from the unity party. It's about the opposition. It's about the masses. It's about the Liberian resolve to improve their country. And I can tell you without no doubt, Alexander Cummings wished well for this country called Liberia. That's why he's even in the race. Tewan Gonglo means well for this country. That's why he was even in the race. Nobody would throw their hat in the race against George Weah if they were a supporter of George Weah. And now we have one opposition party or candidate against. It's all opposition this time. If you didn't vote George Weah in the first round, you're not going to vote him again because your conscience tells you you deserve better. And all Liberians will gather around and it's a show win. But like my sister Karishma spoke to the Unity Party not addressing voters timely, I agree with her. I think the Unity Party needs to do better about that. You need to communicate much more with the people because the people are with you and the people need to hear from their leaders. You know, some silence sometimes can cause some doubts. But Liberian people do not see George Weah coming on top or whatever. Look, there are many fighters, but to the extent that CDC and all the appointed people she got at NEC could not put out 50%, that means the people mind their votes. There were small cracks, but those cracks can be patched in the second round. And this time around, Liberians, you need to be more angry. Because when you come close to the finish line, that's when you need to use all your energy to go across the line. If you guys can remember, I once said here, from indicators, Unity Party was around 44.6% of the votes. And we just needed 5-point-something% to get us across the finish line. For some reason, one way or the other, we didn't cross the finish line. But that's when we need to mount our energy more. That's when we need to exercise more resilience. And that's where we need to put in our toughest fight. Because the first indicator is that more people voted against George Weah in the first round than people voted for George Weah.
Now, Raymond, let me ask you this question. We will move next to Sharif, but let me ask you this question, Raymond. What are some of the political parties you think that the Unity Party is in the best position to work with? If we had the CDC person here, I would have asked a similar question to that individual. What are some of the political party you think the Unity Party is in a better position to negotiate with, to strike a conversation with at this time?
By the virtue of the fight of Joseph Walker being an elderly statement, he understands that government means inclusion, inclusive governance. By virtue of the fact that he was even in a correlation with several political parties, tells you that's his political ideology.
But the coalition did not work. It failed.
Curtis said to the CDC, who planted in agents that were able to thwart that. But it's still not over. And I tell you, for the matter of fact that Alex Cummings through his cap in the race against George Weah, he opposed the direction our country is heading in. And the fact that the Unity Party was a government of inclusion, tells me that if any political party have to make an option, and the current CDC isn't a government of inclusion.
Raymond, are you telling us here that the Unity Party is just going to be riding on that opposition thing? Because you're an opposition, there's other parties and opposition, so they'll automatically join you. Is that what you're telling us?
I'm laying a premise about ideology. If you listen well, you will listen to the ideology. The fact that you oppose a government and the direction in which the country is headed, because who's ruling now? Who's in charge? It's the CDC. So all of the policies, all of the management systems is employed by the CDC. So either you agree with those systems or you oppose those systems. And if you can come on board and have a say in how the new direction the country goes in, because mind you, it's not about Unity Party. If Unity Party is going to bring other people on board, they're all going to sit and they have to have a dialogue. And in that dialogue, people get on the table and they have a say. So if Alice Comey is going to come on now and support the Unity Party in this election, mind you, the MDR and the Unity Party have a correlation currently. Everything is not just being ran by the Unity Party. Even where Youngly Kanga comes from, Darius DeLong, they're not Unity partisans. So currently, even the structure of the current Unity Party is a government of inclusion. The rescue mission, how many different political parties are now involved with the rescue mission? There are several of them right now. So that's the best bet for the opposition to come on board, form a government of inclusion, and together we because it's not one political party thing. No one political party can effectively manage the country. Thank you.
Let's move to you, Sharif, and then we'll come to Cindy, and then we'll take Mickey. Now, Sharif, you have watched the process from the very start up until now, from the time when Liberians were preparing to go to the polls to the time they cast their vote. And of course, numbers are coming out now. What's your evaluation of the process so far? And what are some of the political parties you think that you think the Unity Party is in a better position to strike some sort of negotiation with, especially now that we are going to a possible second round?
Well, thank you so much again, Nelson, for a 40-minute time. So, looking at the process as we see it, on each and every one of us, if you ask, so we all have our own reservations as regards to how the process has been implemented. And because of the time frame, we're not going to dwell into accusations by saying that the process is not free and fair or something is happening. We don't have that time in our favor. So, and we're not going to sit here again and start trying to look for someone who to blame. We understand that there were lapses in how we executed certain things. But again, we leave that in though to discuss that. We have highlighted a few things that we know that we fell short, and we're going to work on that and improve on those things. And one thing that I have to say, we are in a period where we are in the middle of a battlefield, and you cannot retreat at this moment. All you have to do is just have to re-strategize, reload, and push again. Like I said, Unity Party, we are working very hard, and we are working with the Liberian people. This election is not about just Numa Boakai.
The Liberian people may be broad. It may just be broad, Sharif. Who are those? I mean, in terms of political parties, candidates that you think your Unity Party is in a better position to spark conversation?
Yeah,
because this question is coming from the background that during the campaign period, before getting here, there was stone thrown. A lot of political parties threw stones. Bridges were burned. People say stuff about one another, regardless of the side you find yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch that. Just wanted to highlight this, and I understand that just so you know, this election is about Liberian people. The reason why that I say that is because if you reside in Liberia or you have someone that lives in Liberia, They all go through the same suffering, and they all go through the same high food costs, same insecurity. They experience the same extrajudicial killings. They experience the same kush. They experience the same hardship that everyone is experiencing. So this is why I mean when this election is about the Liberian people. It's Liberian people versus the CDC. If you mean well for this country, you see how your resources have been managed. You see how security has been deteriorated. You see how hardship is affecting our people. You see how so many families cannot afford to send their children to school. You know this issue is about you. And as regards to who we are in the best position to work with, we are in the best position to work with almost all opposition parties.
Almost all? You think
Almost
so?
all opposition parties. The reason is this. If you can go out and vote against this regime, it simply means that you do not approve what the regime is doing. So it's easier to find yourself on a side where there a change is being requested and are in better position to bring that change. And again, I'm going to speak directly to the folks that are in All Liberian Coalition Party. All Liberian Coalition Party was founded by Alhaji G.V. Kromah. He came from a village called Tusu. From Tusu to my village in Mamikonadu is not far. It's about an hour drive. The reason why I'm saying this, the founder of Unity Party, Mr. Edward Binyankisili, comes from Nyamakamandu. Nyamakamandu is a town in Kwaduboni. Kwaduboni is a settlement predominantly by Madingos. Nyamakamandu, from there to my village, Mamikonadu, is about 7 minutes ride.
Okay, so
What am I saying
in a
this?
nutshell.
What am I saying this? Our people, if you found yourself on that demographic, our Muslim people, few days ago, you guys were insulted. You were called names. You were denigrated. You were reduced to animals. This is a man today that wants to come back to you and ask for your vote. And I understand that majority of you today was saying that even your political leaders try to go to CDC, you will not go there and you'll vote against CDC. That's encouraging, but we have to do more. Action has to speak louder. We all have to stand up now and fight against the dictatorship, and we must go. Thank you.
Thanks for your contribution. And then we move to Sandy. And then after you, we move to Mickey. Alfred, were you sleeping on us, sir?
Alfred, wake up. Wake up.
I mean, I'm not sleeping. I get out 5 from the camera.
Oh, Nelson.
Security man.
Yeah.
Nelson.
Yeah, Karishma.
Can I get 1 minute before Cindy comes on?
No.
Where are all the meaning coming from?
Cindy, you want to use some of your minutes to her?
No, I want to give some of my minutes to her. I give her my minutes.
You did it yesterday. You tried Cindy said no meaning for you. Do it today.
Cindy, please borrow me 1 minute.
I gave you 1 second, my guy.
Hey, 1 second, they finish up. So there's something I actually wanted to do today on the show when we just started, but the questions Nelson can just, he can just hit the point and get you off track. So I actually wanted to thank the Liberian people for coming out to exercise their constitutional right and speaking out through the votes. To the people of Nimba County, I want to say a big thank you. To the people of Lofa County, we want to appreciate you. To the people of Moserado County, we want to tell you that this is a fight that we started and we must continue.
Okay.
So the people of Bombing, Cape Mount, to the people of Grand Bassa, Bon County,
all the other counties.
And all the other counties, including the Southeast. And trust me, we are coming to the Southeast.
Okay.
For the second round. And after tomorrow's announcement, we will know whether we are going to a runoff. But as it seems that the election is going to a runoff now,
okay,
Joseph Boakai is going to be on number 1, not number 2. Thank you,
okay.
Sandy, for that.
Thank you. Okay, so Sandy, you can go ahead now.
Charisma, you still promised me my drink for joining the rescue train. So now that I gave you 1 minute, we add Toboggi rice on it. Thank you.
Hey, Lord. Okay.
Go ahead, Sandy.
there are a lot of surprises. There are a lot of surprises in these elections. Look, Nelson, I'm surprised. Everyone is surprised with the Appleton thing, where we are with Mr. Cummings, but we're gonna pass that. We all agree now that we are heading the second round. Headed to the second round. And I am, like Sherry have said, I'm not going to be here accusing any institution or any individual of breaking this election. But we have seen patterns and trends that would tell us that, certain things happen, right? That shouldn't have happened. However, the Liberian people vote were protected. We can see that's why the Unity Party is neck to neck with the CDC. And what we can do here moving forward is to ensure that we sound a very loud message to our people and make it clear, or clearer this time, if it wasn't that clear before, so that people can truly understand why it is important that President Weah should be a one-term president. I will say this: President Weah is not the owner of the Southeast. I've spoke to a lot of people from the Southeast, and I can tell you that a lot of folks out there are also equally frustrated, like other Liberians in other parts of our country. So the rescue train and all of the folks that support Joseph Boakai should start to reach out across all the aisles, right? Let's reach out to all the players in these elections, especially in the opposition community, and also to people that are not in the opposition community. The CDC is very quick at grabbing folks, reaching out, and we should not be reluctant. There shouldn't be any sort of complacency. Let us start to reach out, rebuild those burned bridges. Of course, during political season, people fire up and some people get hurt, but it's political season. Now that we have JMB and Mr. Weah in the race, we are going to reach out to everyone, including the CPP that I support very strongly, and ask all of them to come. We have a common denominator. Our common denominator in the opposition community is to remove Mr. Weah, and there are good reasons for that. We can see where our country has been taken by Mr. Weah in a very negative direction. We see the struggle that our people are experiencing. But we cannot just depend on these messages. We got to do strong outreach in all areas, in every parts and corners of our country, and ensure that the people gravitate toward Mr. Ambassador Boakai. Go ahead.
So, Sandy, who are those? Who are those that, if you were to look out through the windows, who are those you see? Who are those top political actors that you think the Unity Party is in a better position to spark a conversation with at this time?
Look, I would say pretty much all of them, but I can tell you that Mr. Gonglo, for instance, is going to join the Unity Party. I can tell you that. Councilor Gonglo is going to join the Unity Party, and Councilor Gonglo have a lot of respect in Nima. So with Councilor Gonglo votes from Nima, we stand a very big chance of getting a lot more from Nima than what JMB got this first round. Mr. Cummings, people will say that, they have their differences and, going into the first round and they took him to court. But I listened to Mr. Cummings' message yesterday. And Mr. Cummings spoke like a leader, a leader like he is. And he spoke against the ills in this government. He has been doing that. So I think Mr. Cummings will join the rescue train or the rescue mission.
So you think Mr. Cummings is one of those?
I think Mr. Cummings is one of those. Mr. Cummings is in the interest of the Liberian people. And I think he's going to, this come around, he's going to make it very firm. He's going to come out and he's going to support the election of Ambassador Boakai. I also believe Mr. Lucini Camara is one folks that will be a well.
Sorry to interrupt. Moba, can I take over the show for a while? I'll be back.
So that means I have a lot of time. That's good. So I give my 1 minute. I give my 1 minute, but I give the charisma. So look, I strongly think that the ACO community will also join. There are a lot of folks that will join. Now, Mr. Cindy Kamara won't join the CDC, I started hearing that they reached out to him. He would not join the CDC. Not after what they did to him and the Muslim community. You cannot belittle Mr. Kamara and our good brothers and sisters from the Mandingo community and think that he's going to join you to support your camp. He's going to join the rescue train. But what I would say, we cannot, or the UP cannot remain complacent. We cannot afford to remain complacent and expect that those people will automatically join you. They have to take leadership from Mr. Boakai. They have to take leadership from the camp of the rescue train to reach out to those individuals and everyone and start to encourage them, beg them to join this rescue train so that we can massively defeat President Weah. Thank you.
Thank you. McGee.
Oh, well, as always, I will try to be as objective as I can be. As I said yesterday, there's nothing wrong with being overly optimistic about victory in the second round. But I would throw a little bit of caution. We can say all we want. The country is divided. When you look at the numbers, I would differ with a lot of people who said something wrong happened. I would differ. I would take away, or I would exclude all of the other counties. Focus on Montserrado County. It's the hub of everything economic in Liberia. Look at the voting pattern in Montserrado County. It's literally split down the middle. And there's no way you can tell me Unity Party did not place a premium on the votes in Montserrado County. They did. They manned the various polling places. So there was no kind of fraud or whatsoever. There might have been some kind of irregularity or whatsoever. But for the fact there is no reason with all of this suffering, as I said, let's leave the other counties out of it. Montserrado County, with all of the suffering people are experiencing in Montserrado County. How on God's green earth can half of the country literally see the nation from a different perspective than all of us on this platform? Because literally half of Montserrado County voted for George Weah and half of Montserrado County voted for Ambassador Boakai. So my thing here is, if Unity Party, God forbid, a billion times, if Unity Party will go on to lose the second round, Unity Party is Unity Party's own Achilles heel. This election was for the taking from the opposition, be it Unity Party or whatsoever, but specifically Unity Party. And I did not hear the messaging. That is one of our problems. You know, the only thing Unity Party did, especially in Montserrado County, we were complacent that the hardship country will be the propelling force to drive the people to vote against CDC. We did not include a message. I can tell you for sure, I follow social media. I follow Senator Yombly Congas Lawrence's Facebook page, and I saw her engaging the people one-on-one. I saw her walking with rain boots going in the swamp to remote areas, engaging the people. I did not see that in Montserrado County. All I saw was huge rallies. I did not see the personal engagement. I did not see the messaging. So going forward, you know, we have our own discussion in the back room, in the chat room. We ought to encourage our people to vote, to come out again. We're going to do that. But on the other hand, what is Unity Party hierarchy doing? When it came to raising funds for the Don't Try It, I saw how enthusiastic, and over exuberant Mo Ali was. He was literally cutting people off. We got one other person here, somebody on the phone trying to donate somebody. Those are the kind of spirit you take in the campaign. Not don't just do it when you're raising money. This is my disappointment. There is no reason why we should split the country down the middle. Honestly, the people voted for George Weah. We can say all we want. For the fact that Unity Party will tell us that they have tally sheets that shows it's a one round victory, and that members of the hierarchy of Unity Party in the Rescue Train, the Alliance movement, are giving us subliminal messages to embrace second round, it shows that something went wrong. And they have to rephrase their messaging to engage people the Jehovah's Witness way. Let's speak to the heart. Let's speak to the matter. Let us start riding on the wave of big rallies and whatsoever. No. I said it yesterday. Right now, CDC is on the front foot. That is why they wanted second round. We shouldn't sit here and continue to think those people on the other side, they are a bunch of fools.
Tell us gonna be.
We can't do that. We'll be shooting ourselves in the heart. Let us focus on messaging. Let the people at the hierarchy who make the decisions, let them strategize and focus on messaging as we do here. Let us not always say it's evident that George Weah is a horrible, horrible individual. I don't even want to ascribe leadership to him. I can't say horrible leader because he's not a leader, but he's a horrible, horrible person. We can't just rely on that. Let us tell the people, okay, we know George Weah is this, but Joseph Burger and the Unity Party will do this. This is what we did in the past. This is what we can do again. Let us not focus on that whole euphoria. That's what I say.
Thank you.
So let's take Alfred.
Let's take Alfred. Yeah,
Alfred,
okay, Alfred, yeah, before Sylvester, you're right. Alfred, go on. You mute. Alfred, you muted, brother. Unmute yourself.
Yes. Thank you. I'd like to first say to our people from Lofa to Maryland County, thank you so much for coming out to vote. We also want to say thank you for the level of, peace in the process. Even though we have small problem all around the place, but on the overall, we have peace in our election process. And want to say thank you to the security forces for everything that they ought to put in place to ensure that our sister here was able to participate in the election, even though she lost. But that's a good thing. That's what democracy calls for. But now let's go to the issue here where people talking about, the argument in the corridor of, a recount. What are you recounting? You don't have the face to tell about recount. When you told us initially that you had your tally sheet, you told us that you had the numbers to win the election on the first ballot. So don't bring confusion to the people here. Don't bring another confusion. You have no standing to talk about recount because all along you did not raise any flag of irregularity anywhere. The Unity Party and the Rescue Train never raised anything substantial to prove that yes, we should go for a recount. So that argument is lazy, and for me, it's nonsensical. We should not even be talking about it. All right. Now that we know that the election is going to a second round, those things that we did not do, that's what we need to do now. As I was looking at my SWOT analysis, one of the things that the Unity Party did that caused us to be where we are is that they fear of a stronghold. In the Southeast, the guys felt like, because that is George Weah's stronghold, so nobody go in there. We should not go there because we're not win. No need to go there. So let's focus on Monserrado County. Let's focus on Nimba County. Let's focus on Lofa County. That was their strategy. They believed that they would have won all the numbers in Nimba County, and George Weah not going to come close. Look at the number of people that voted for George Weah in Nimba. Look at the number of people that voted for George Weah. Look, I was surprised. I was even sharing with my wife. I said, you know what? The only county in this in this race that I'm looking forward to is Grand Bassa County. If Grand Bassa County can fall to Unity Party, the election is over. And my prediction never came true. Joshua won Grand Bassa County because everybody was focusing in Monserrato. They believe that they want 1 million people that are going to get in Monserrato. So everybody focused on Monserrato. That strategy did not work perfectly for us in the Southeast. Now that we are talking about second round, we need to divide everybody. Y'all leave Monserrato County. Let me talk to the people in here. Our other way. Y'all please leave Monserrato County with Darrell Dillon. Dillon can take care of Monserrato. Let him stay in Monserrato and do the same thing he did in 2019 and 2020 and the same thing he did in 2023 to deliver Monserrato County to the rescue tree. Let Yomli Kanga leave Monserrato County and go back Grand Bassa and start to put all the pieces together. We need Charlie Bronski on board. The competition election finish now. It finish in the opposition. No more competition election in the opposition. We have one candidate, and all of us, our goal is to get George Weah out. We need to go as soon as possible to start educating our people how to vote. Because if you were to vote, I think one of the reasons why you saw the too many invalid votes is that if you're supposed to vote 3 times on a single ballot that they give you, you only go and vote 1 time. That ballot become invalid. Because you're supposed to take the other people out and not take it out. How will people determine who is who on that ballot? And I believe that's what happened. Because somebody hates representative, me, and I'm voting for representative, and I'm voting for senator, I want to go for my president. You vote for your president, that ballot become invalid. Because you're supposed to vote for the other 2 people, and you never did it. And those are
no. Let me get you right. Which
you can decide to vote for any one of them.
Because they all the candidates are not on one ballot. You have a ballot for representative, one for senator. I don't really remember the colors, but one was like green, and another one was blah blah blah.
No, the play I was making.
Green is for the presidency.
So the play I was making,
and the red is for the Senate. And the blue
if you decided to go vote, right, and you voted one way, and you now voted the other way, you reduce the number. Some people one way they never voted for presidency, they just went for senator and they were done. So most of the ballot, you go, you see ballot empty, nothing on it, not invalid. If you were to go to the ballot center, you put the ballot down and nobody touch it. What happened to that ballot? Even though it's clean, it's invalid. That's the point I'm making. That some people went to the ballot box because they were angry with certain group of people, even to the presidency. They never voted the right way. So now our goal is to educate the people. Since we have only 2 candidates in these elections, please, when you go to the ballot box, look for your candidate vis-a-vis. We can say in our Labrin Palan, back. Look for your candidate back. Don't just go there and just look at the people. Look at the people back and vote right. Because we can't continue with this bad governance structure in our country. All the people on the Unity Party rescue tree, you please devalidate it. Let JKK and the senator go back to Nimba County. Let Yomli Kanga go to Grand Bassa. Let Ambassador Joseph Yima Boakai deal with the heads of these political parties. Mr. Boakai, please get in your car and go to Cummings' house, your senator, and tell a big brother and small brother. Please get your own Gonglo on board. This time around, we're not going to and be sending surrogate. We want you to go to these people in person. Go to these people in person, because I believe that Mr. Cummings wants the best for Liberia. I believe that Tiawon Gonglo wants the best for Liberia. Even Appleton, who is the shark in these elections, we need to reach out to these people and bring them on board, because they have their followers and their followers listen to them. So please, Mr. Boakai, go and meet people in person so that we can get this.
Moba, can I interject just 5 seconds?
Yeah, 5 seconds, then we'll go to Sylvester.
Yeah, Brother Alfred, I understand everything just lay out, and everything, all your points you mentioned are all taken, and trust me, the contact, is being initiated, and all the lapses you just laid out, and trust me, we understand, and we actually working it. It just like Kosa said, man can't talk. We just can't disclose everything in public. But again, everything is being worked on, and trust me, we are trying to fill those gaps.
Thank you. Sylvester.
Thank you. You see, the thing here is we're dwelling, a lot of people dwelling so much on invalid vote, like it's so alarming and so whatever it is. But look at 2005. Look at the number of invalid votes. Look at 2011, 2017. There's not significant difference between those invalid votes and the invalid votes that we have now. And don't forget the population increasing too. One of the things, I'm not a member of UP, but I decided to support Joe Boakai to join the rescue team. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to speak the truth where truth lies. All this thing, we got to stop it. We got to learn from the past. Then we coming outside. It wasted too much of our time. We follow the party haircut the whole day, music play, we dance, we shake it, and then we go home. What we spend money. What did we acquire? People had the intention to go and vote UP and vote Joe Boakai, whatever, but they were not educated on how to vote. So what if we think that we're coming outside into everybody going into various communities to educate voters so that votes cannot be wasted? That would be great. This crowd thing will follow stadium, we then will be walking in the water. Don't get me wrong, I'm not on my butt. What is the primary goal? The primary goal is to get voters. But the electricity rate is so high. These old men, they don't know. And some of them stand out there for too long. They get in there, they're tired, they want to get it over and go home. They do it wrong. So it defeats the entire purpose. So this whole thing about recount, you only go and recount just to waste time. That time we need to use to recount, let us come back together, recalibrate, and strategize. And everybody, each one bring one, everybody into various communities. And I'll conclude on this note. Morovia, for example, Monserrado. Let me say Monserrado. Monserrado is where everybody sees everything. Everybody see the hard time. Everybody see the killing. Everybody see how the government doing and what have you. The other people in the other countries, they hear on radio, they see on Facebook. But we people in Monserrado really see and what have you. Why did they vote the way they voted? They have their own reason. Did we engage them? We just talk about it. You know, some of these things the people have to be taught. People have to see it and they believe it. And they themselves will go out and recruit. So we just have to do more recruiting than too much rally. Too much rally wasted our time too much. We were all we are in a comfortable lead. We are in a comfortable lead. And I will pick it back on what Mickey said. The same thing happened in Lofa County on the senatorial election when that guy from CDC who was independent, he was running as independent, but later CDC threw their weight behind. When that election was done and they started tallying, UP came up again and said that they won based on the tally sheet they had in their possession. But when the final result came up, that guy won. The same thing in this election. Based on the tally sheet that we have gathered, this is a one-time victory. Based on the days where it is, then later on, we see ourselves going to second round. So we really need to invest into our war room. We need to tighten the whole, and they did well. I'm not trying to run them, they did extremely well, like
Thank you.
Sharif said. We
Thank
want
you.
to thank everybody, but this time we all got to work harder. Thank you.
Thank you. Esther, let me welcome you to the show. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so it's like Esther is busy.
I'm listening. I said my greatest pleasure, Nelson.
Okay, so I think so we can just have you come in, Eston, while we move to our next talking point quickly, because we need to go
on what we were just discussing. I'm kind of like I'm like a twizzle. I'm in the middle of like a cloth in the middle of a scissor. So I'm halfway with people who say and they are right. People who say recount is a waste of our time, because numerically, when you tabulate the numbers with what is left, there is no way Ambassador Boakai can win the election. But here's my other school of thought when I think critically about recounting the votes. I kind of see it like this. Look, a lot of people can clearly see their lapses from next end, and it shows clearly. For one, I strongly believe that this whole Appiton thing is a ploy by NEC, and they can take it up with me. As this is my opinion. This is not the opinion of Spoon TV nor Spoon Radio, but I think it's a ploy to kind of like thwart the effort of Ambassador Boaka and other top candidates in the race, take votes from them. So this is the reason why I want to recount. I think a recount will kind of show to the international community, the American government, that the NEC had a lot of errors pointed out by most of our knowledgeable data analysts and statisticians. They have shown it. Alex have pointed to a lot of them on the show. Sharif on the show right now pointed to a lot of mistakes of DS meaning NEC. So this is the reason why I want to recount. But I am also cognizant that a recount is not going to make Ambassador Boaka to win the election. So I understand those who are totally against it for us to just proceed into the runoff. When the runoff is clearly in our favor, meaning those all who are opposed to this weakling of a government.
What do you make of the process so far, Eston? The numbers coming in, and everything with the NEC so far.
I think next action so far has not been the most credible, and here's why. When they started to tabulate the numbers, they were calling figures on the initial days, day 1 and 2, from the farthest of the parts of Liberia. Like Maryland easily could be like the farthest part of the entire country. How do you get the figures in from Maryland, and you cannot get the figures from parts of Montserrado, places that are easily accessible by roads? I mean, it doesn't take a genius to deduce that NEC had a lot of lapses. They had a lot of intentional, I'll call it intentional act to kind of like thwart our whole and throughout the whole process. How do you give the figures from Grand Cru, places like Grand Cru that is further away than right here, Grand Cape Mount? I mean, it just shows to us that there are a lot of things that you have under your sleeve. There were some sinister plans by NEC when you watch how they deliberated and how they came out announcing the results. And everyone saw it glaringly that year. They had some issues, and we saw it and we noticed it. And those who can read between the line, read between the line and knew that, yeah, there was some fault with NEC. But having said that, we have progressed and we know we are headed to the second round. And the United Party, who's challenging the incumbent CDC, knows that CDC have a lot of funds to throw around. So they have to work exceedingly hard to outdo CDC with all the funds that they are lavishing all the nation's resources.
Okay, so folks, I don't know how many of you have noticed this. Can anyone try to log on to a NEC's website as to have us get the results? Do you guys have access to the results?
It's not on now. It's not on now. It's gone off. I was looking a few minutes ago while it's going up now. It says error.
Yeah. It can come on and go back. Come on and go back. It's not stable like LEC.
We're about to move to the next. You know, and I'm saying this because I was in a conversation with a media colleague from one of the Western media today, and she was saying that, and she flagged this particular issue, right? I will not state the name of the institution or what have you, but she flagged this particular issue. And I think as much as sometimes people may want to, you know, cover up or sugarcoat or whatever, you know, in the interest of the NEC, this is something that should not be happening, because this is public information. This is public document. So someone should be able to pick up their smartphone or pick up their computer and go straight to the NEC website and be able to access these pieces of information. And you know, good for you, Alfred, that you said you were just accessing it some minutes ago, but now you're trying to do so and it's not coming through at all. But let's hear from you, Bob.
I'm actually on the NEC, and the results are in front of me.
Okay, for so you, you're accessing. Okay, you are accessing the results right now. So Alfred, is it the same thing with you? Can you try to access it again?
Yeah, I can access it.
Let me access it again and see, because I had it working on my computer. It just went off.
That channel left.
Okay, yeah, it came back on.
It came back, right?
Yeah.
So but the point here is that it's off and on.
Yes.
One minute you try, you're gonna have access to it, and the next minute, it's that way. But let's hear from you, Mobile, then we'll move on to.
Yeah, take it, Nelson. I think everybody noticed it, and you guys.
Yeah, Mobile. You want? Sorry, Sheriff, you wanted to throw in something quickly?
Yeah, before Mobile, just 10 seconds. And one of the reasons why I think the person who designed, the web designer, it was a poor preparation, because if you build a website like this, even happened during Obama, when Obama launched the healthcare.gov, it was built when you build a massive website like this, they didn't think about the traffic the website will be receiving. So what happened when you build a website like that, if you anticipating a large number of visitors, so you do something in networking they call load balancing. So when the balance is low, so when there's a traffic on one server, then it will automatically reassign another traffic to another. But now what happened if you find out they only have one web server that is containing thousands of people who are so curious, and if it's
what's happening there,
to go on a website at the same time. If it's just few hundreds, there'll be no problem. But if you have massive amount of people that are going there, and it becomes a problem. But now they just need an expert who can come in and then implement the load balancing so that the traffic can be spread out to various servers, and then that way the delivery can be smooth.
Okay, thank you.
That will cost 2.5 million.
You can't be serious on that. But let's hear your take quickly, Mobile.
Yeah, I think you guys are on the media land, more especially the journalists in Liberia. Y'all notice that every day when the election commissioner comes, she always make mistake. Every day she, like sometimes she call different figures, and sometimes she said different things. And when you, when you reach her, when you ask her, she just, she didn't answer the question for we the Liberian people to understand what's going. I mean, like what's going on. Somebody asks you a question, and every time you come, you say 2 + 2 is 1, but when you come, sometimes you say 2 + 2 are 3. And then you can go all the way, and then when they bring it back, and you say, "Oh, we were corrected." So it's just like, we just say all this thing, but end of the day, we know that there was a cheating went on. No matter what, there was a cheating went on. And the party, I'm telling you, like, you guys, y'all forget about recon. Y'all focus on the campaign. Y'all go out there. Y'all talk to the people. Y'all get forced. The government spent over $50 million just to defeat the incumbent. Spent a lot of money, right? That'll defeat opposition, and they're crying just to get second. That'll go for second round to tell you how much our people turn out to vote. So we tell our people thank you. But there's a message I want to give to the United Party people, the whole executive. You guys need to work overtime. My brother there said it all. Send people to where they can go and convince people. They don't take off his shoe. They don't get people in Maserati that they can mobilize, go from door to door, from house to house, do the job witness campaigning. When you go there, show the people video, how they kill the auditor, how they treat the messing boards. Convince them, tell them what the government has done to the Liberian people. And then people, our Liberian people, they're just sitting there waiting for you to go to them. The moment you tell them what they make all that money done, whether you can bring your last money, they will eat your money. End of the day, they will not vote for you. I'm telling my United Party people, humbly, Mama, I beg you, my big sister, my mama, I beg you, go Bassa. Talk to other fools. Y'all go Grand Bassa. Talk to the people. Bring the people out. Talk to them. Campaign for United Party, campaign that you never did before. So at least when we can get vote from Bassa, then we can tap Bassa. Nimba will fall, Lofa will fall, Maserati will fall, Bomi Kema Bapodu for y'all, Mangibi. The election is over. But you guys need to work.
Now let's do this quickly just before going to the lines. Let's do this. Now that it's established that we're going to a second round, I want to get from you guys your own predictions. Councillor Tiawon Gonglo is not going to be in the race. Akop, Mr. Lucini Kamara will not be in the race. Mr. Cummings is not in the race. All the 18 other candidates will not be in the race. What are your predictions here?
You mean the percentage?
Yeah. Now, because each of the two political parties I'll be going, they need 50 plus 1. But there are possibilities, there's a likelihood that one of the two political parties could get more than the 50 plus 1. And one of them could get up to 50, 55.
No, Nelson, now the second round is not 50 plus 1, it's just simple majority.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yes. It's good that you brought in that correction because it's just 2 now. Yes.
Both of you are right. Once there's 2, it's always going to be 50 plus 1.
Yeah, you know, and stuff like that. But yeah, but let's do a bit of prediction. I hope Vasco Small is trying to join in. He's from the CDC. I hope we can get him to come on as well. Let me put the link here again. But let's do a bit of prediction.
Yeah. Before I come into that, right?
And I hope to get someone from the CDC who could do a very good prediction as well from that. But let's hear you.
Yeah. Before I get to that issues, right? I want to sensitize our people, or maybe the election commission.
We'll do the sensitization.
We'll do it for the voting aspect, right? No, I'm discussing under the voting aspect. Now we have realized that people are voting 2-3 times. So we will recommend to the election commission when you vote, they blow your card. I think that's better.
Nah. You want for vote to be on 14 card, my man.
The next year, you can do recard. That's not bad. That's not like I don't think it mean anything because one person voting 3 different times. We get
so Baba, okay, with respect to that point, to blow the card, to pierce the card, and to put the ink on the hand. That on their thumb that remains there for a longer time, which is
some people can't even agree for them to put it on their fingers. They will not rush to pull that card.
Nelson, I want to give a little education out here. The marking on the finger is removable. It's it's removable. Let me tell you. The first thing is when you come from the polling center, when they mark your hand and you get home, you just need Clorox.
You can be sure the people. You can be sure the people.
I'm being honest with you. So that's
no, keep that
Charisma is not necessary. Charisma, you don't it's 80 and 80. If anybody got that information from this show and did it, and call your name, you have aided and abetted them in the crime.
But I'm not aiding them. The possibility of
we are speaking the reality, right?
Yeah, but
we are just we are not sugarcoating. Let us sugarcoat. We are going to second round.
Yeah, but still saying
something that is happening. I've seen someone doing it.
Yeah,
I've seen a number of people doing it. And you cannot stop them because once they walk out of the position, I'm going to say it, Raymond. I'm going to say it. How you take it is fine, but the information is accurate. The only thing that can save us is getting the voting cards mark. To put that hole on the voting card. Let's take this. That's how you know that.
Let's do this. Let's try to mute. Okay,
let me go to the percentage.
Considering the argument, right? Considering the argument, let's say you don't want to mark the fingers at all, but you want to pierce the card. Assuming this person has 5 voter cards, 5 voter registration cards, and they're going to 5 different centers to go and register. Because remember, where you register is where you go to vote. How does that
mean one person get 5 voting cards? The biometric service did not do. They told us that they did cleaning. They got the biometric. They got duplicates out of the system. So now they're trying to tell us that those duplicates they got out of the system. because they want to support our election to be rigged. They put it back in the system.
We need a day to discuss the issue.
Access to give people the access to go out to vote 5 times.
You know that biometric thing. I want you guys to forget that biometric thing, because
but Nelson,
you know,
you cannot.
biometric. To some extent, the process we've experienced, we've noticed, we've gone through, is a manual stuff. Biometric. If we want to talk about biometric as a country, then there are lots of things that we should not be doing on a biometric system. You know, so our yes,
Nelson, Nelson, what Karishma said. I'm not saying it's not there's no possibility. There is a look, man. Criminals have
very smart,
more sophisticated system than that. So there's a possibility. You get me? But hypothetically, it happens.
Okay.
The effect of that is more or like it doesn't even affect the process. Why I say this? Considering the queue, that is to each polling place. If a person goes in there and vote once, and that person's finger is marked, and that person goes back home and remove that mark from the finger, by the time that person get back, that person has to go back to the tail of the line. When will all the other people finish voting?
But the point is, the point is,
Mickey, we have left the topic and we're discussing the side effect.
So certainly we're going to go back to it. But the point here is, they're not going to be doing this at the same center. That's one thing.
That's the point.
It's very difficult to have one person, especially the guys who try to beat the system, to go and do the registration twice at the same center.
And more especially the incumbent.
Most times they'll go at point A, they go to the next point, they go to the next point, and that's how it works. But anyway, we're going to take another time.
And that's what I'm saying. It's going to be difficult because if you leave from point A, you finish voting. When you go to point B, you're going to meet a line.
Mickey Nelson, can I just take 2 seconds, Mickey? It's not possible for you to go back to a center to vote because at each voting center, they have the voter registration book that has your picture and your name
and everything.
So when you get there, you register. You go there to vote. If you register to 5 different centers,
that means that you have a lot of work to do.
Database, meaning your name is in 5 center booklet,
which is very difficult. It's very difficult.
When you vote, they mark your name, they mark your number. Every voter that comes to vote has a number. They will mark it, and then they leave from there. They go to another area to go to vote. When they get there, the other person has no idea that they are also in another booklet in another area.
Well,
so when they get
we're gonna take up time. We gotta move on. Yeah. Let's move to the predictions. Let's move to the predictions.
So
I see Sylvester asking, but we'll take up time to look at that. Let's move to the prediction. Yeah.
So my prediction, right? Unity Party will win up to 60%.
60%.
Yeah. Let me just break something down.
Based on what?
Good. Listen now. Look. Here, what are you laughing for, my man? We are
talking about the Unity Party and the CDC going head on in a runoff.
Listen, right? We will secure Lofa and Nima. We'll secure Maserado. Bapolu. Listen, ain't ask me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, let me just get out a graph before we go through, right? Then we secure Bomi.
How?
Bapolu. How we secure it? That's the question. And the question is simple. We are talking to our people. They're going out there. They're not going to sit down and put our hand between our legs and say they beat like they're going down. They were so complacent, like, oh, we already win the election. No. This time around, they will wear our rainbows, go in the villages, go out, talk to our people, because this election are left and death. It's between the Liberian people and the evil. The evil is the government. We will not sit there and let the people to go for second term. No, we will not.
So you are saying 60%, right?
So
you said 60%.
60%. I give it to you. 60%.
Thank you. Karishma, you want to make a prediction on this? What do you think? CDC and the Unity Party going to a second round?
So let me put it this way: that it's going to be a tough second round, but there is a huge possibility of UP securing at least 52% of the vote.
Okay.
And one of the reasons is
you said 62% or 52?
No, I said 52%. Yes, of the votes. The reason why I said 52% is the recent situation that occurred between the CDC and the Muslim community. That places CDC in a more difficult position when it comes to the Muslim community. If they have to follow the lead of the leader, and from my indication that the Muslim community will not be endorsing CDC to give the support because of the way
Are we also considering here that despite the negotiations that the political leaders make, the followers, the supporters of those political parties, some of them, they make independent decisions during the second round. Say, for example, your political leader says we're going in the right direction, but you say, no, I want to go in the left.
So now, see, let's put it this way. You see, the Muslim community is far different from the Christian community. Someone can come out and insult a priest or a pastor or pope, and you see some Christians coming under and going around to do that same insult or maybe to share, and some of them will come and support, but the Muslim community is different. The Muslim is more like they follow more than party mandate. I would say like that because they believe in their religion.
So you think majority of them? Yes. You think majority of them will go towards what? For example, the head of ACOB is going to be saying. You think majority of them will go the direction he's going to be going. Exactly. So you're predicting 52%.
Yes, them number 2 on my agenda. Why? Almost all the contestants, those that contested for the presidency, especially Mr. Cummings, the message has been mainly about corruption, the bad governance when it comes to the CDC government. So he, at this point in time, if he actually means good for the Liberian people, I honestly don't see him supporting the CDC government because he will be contradicting himself.
So you think Mr. Cummings is going to go? But what sort of weight is anyway? That's another discussion. But thank you. Let's move to.
I'm not done, Nelson. I got one more point, if you don't mind. So my third point
happens to only female on the show today, so she really enjoying herself.
So I wasn't here yesterday, so you owe me some points from yesterday.
Okay, let's hear the final point.
Okay, my final point has to do with Gonglo.
Okay.
I believe that it's going to take some really back-to-back negotiation to get Gonglo on board, based on some of the things I heard him saying. But then again, since it's a political race, because I didn't see him 100% directing his energy towards George Weah, even though he said he was sweeping corruption. Well, I saw him directing his energy to Honorable Bwaka. So that's going to be a bet for us to be able to convince him to come on board. And we really need that as a team to have Gonglo on board for Nima County.
Thank you.
So far, that's it.
Yeah, so Alfred, let's hear your prediction. CDC in the case of the second round with the Unity Party, what are your predictions?
Well,
what will the CDC be getting? What will the Unity Party get in the second round?
I see a resounding 70%. And if you ask, I see a resounding 70%.
Don't be like how many who predicted 75% for Constantine Gonglo. After 2 weeks, they came cross to another party.
I am confident that what happened that we're not able to amalgamate our numbers in the Southeast is gonna be a huge difference this time around. Grand Bassa will be the decider in the second round. if we can win Grand Bassa, because we know very well that Nimba will fall. We know very well that Lofa will still fall. If we can win Nimba convincingly, that number will rise up to that 70% I'm talking about.
So you're predicting 70%. In favor of what?
Of
in
the
favor of
Unity
which
Party.
Okay. Sandy, let's hear from you. What are your predictions in the case of a second round?
I am not going to fall for the theoretical prediction on this show. But what I'm going to say is this. I do expect that with the opposition community rallying around JMB, and that with the rescue train re-strategizing their entire plan, how to capture the country, hopefully placing a lot of emphasis in the CDC stronghold, like the Southeast. I will hope that we can get a lot more votes to beat the CDC in the second round. I'm not going to attach any number to it. What I think needs to happen.
So you're not sure? You're not even sure?
I am sure. I am sure. I am sure that.
How sure are you? Can you attach a percentage
very
to
much
that
sure.
assurance?
Look, Charisma said this thing, and I think a lot of us will agree. The CDC is a strong competitor. So I'm sure we're going to win this. But I'm also asking that we should not be complacent like we were in the past. Attaching number to it is good. But let us put in the work. I want to see more action than sitting here and say, we got this. We got this. We're going to beat these people. Let us, think about our strategies. Let's get back. Let's get into the Southeast. Let's get on the radio. Let's get on the ground. Let's tell the people. Nelson, let me say this. I'm going to end on this. Second rounds are not usually favored by our people. A lot of people don't vote during second round.
So we need more voting education.
And we need to reawaken that spirit. And we cannot do that by sitting in Morovia or Mosorado. We have to be on the ground. JMB didn't go in the Southeast. I spoke with people in Granger that were disappointed. The old man need to get out there. Let the people see him. When they see you, they remember you. Let's do that.
Thank you. McGee, what can you say to this? What are your predictions in the case of a second round?
I've got no expectations.
No expectation.
Not at all. I pray for the best, but looking at the situation, look, all of these things people say here, this other person will support us. This other person will support us. This other person will support us. Politics makes strange bird feathers. I will not believe it until I see it.
So up to now, you still don't believe that the other person was supporting. The other person.
We've seen this thing play out before. Politicians or political leaders we thought would have stood by and with the people betray the people because of their own personal gain. So for us to just sit here and just be overly optimistic to say this other political leader will support George Weah because he got in a race against George Weah, so he doesn't support George Weah and he will support the opposition. Look, that's wishful thinking. I wish it happened the way we're saying it, but we should depend on ourselves. Let us go from door to door, house and propagate our own message. You will be very surprised to see the very same people you thinking will support you because they are in opposition will betray you. So I'm not going to listen to that. Let us depend on ourselves.
So are you saying that because of that, even up to now, you're not in a position to attach any number?
I'm not going to attach numbers. I'm going to say hopeful of a Unity Party or Joseph Parker win, but I'm not going to attach numbers. We have to first of all, I just want us to do away with the whole number thing because we attach number the first round. We see where it brought us. Let us focus on the groundwork. Let us be optimistic, good, but let us focus on work and stop because attaching number is just a form of arrogance. We can't afford to do the same thing we did in the past and then expect different results.
So I mean, if you are so sure, like you are saying, Mickey, why not attach some some.
You know
some
why I'm not going to
percentage
attach number?
to your own level of confidence
You
that
know
you
why?
have.
You know why?
Mhm.
Because the first round was based on number 50 plus 1. This second round, a win is a win. All we need is a win.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Let's move to
Nancy,
Sylvester.
before Sylvester come in, right? He right by saying a lot of opposition may legacy support.
But yeah,
I
but
come,
mobile
yeah,
will come.
2 seconds. We all saw the video of Mona Faha, who said she was campaigning from door to door for CDC. That's the point I want to make. You can come in, Sylvester.
Okay.
All
So
right.
yeah.
Thank you. To my brother Mickey, you are on a rescue train. It is your responsibility and my responsibility to reach out. But when you say until I see it, we all have to reach out. Okay, it's the point that we have to mend the broken pieces and reach out. Because at the end of the day, you see, one thing I believe that we should do, or the Unity Party should do, all those senators and representatives who ran as independent.
Sir, what's the percentage that you're attaching to this thing?
What's the percentage? Listen, I'm not attaching no percentage. Even we win,
you following Mickey?
We win. Like Nikki said, win percentage.
Mickey has influenced you.
We just won't win. Whether that one human being.
Okay. As per your own level of confidence in the party you support, what's the percentage you think you're going to win with on the second round or during the second round?
My percentage is just going to be one human being over Joe. We are
one human being over Joe. So okay, thank you.
We're going to win.
Let's hear from Raymond. Raymond, let's hear from you.
So if I was George, we are watching this show right now. I'll be sending checks to a couple of you guys, even though they don't support George Weah. Look, the Liberian people are listening to us. We are talking to thousands of people. And our message, our energy, we're going to transfer it to them. If we sit with doubts and despair, we're only energizing the opponent's base. So the message you expect to hear from the leaders of the political parties you support should be the message you should call on this show and present to the Liberian people. That's your contribution. It's a teamwork. Everybody on the team contribute equally. No shifting blame. Nobody's wrong and we the one advising them. No, we all bear the consequences together. We all put in the work together and the results for all. It's the rescue mission. It's everybody's mission. It's not about title. It's not about sitting close to the leader. Okay. It's about the work for the Liberian people. And
going back to the percentage, sir.
Based on these circumstances, there were more voters voting against the regime, even though they had 50 million in this campaign. And no opposition political party had any amount to match with them. Yet, more Liberians voted against George Weah than they voted for George Weah. Based on those circumstances alone, I can expect anything between 50 plus 1 to 60% vote. And
50
even the
plus
voter
1?
turnout was low compared to the number of registered voters. Okay. There are a lot more voters to energize and come out, even much more beyond the first round. And look,
50, anything between 50 plus 1
to 60%.
To what, 60?
60%. And let me share with you guys. Let me just share with
everybody. That the Cindy was saying, that's just a win. 50 plus 1 is just a win.
Anything above 50
No, but there's a difference between what you, Mickey, said to that of what Raymond is saying. You said you can attach any percentage to this because you're not sure, but you know that UP will win.
No, I said at this stage, all we need is a win because it's going to be a simple majority. Now Raymond is saying 50 plus 1. 50 plus 1 means simple majority. It's just that he made a figure.
Don't jump in, Raymond. Don't jump in, Raymond. You influence Sylvester.
Miggy, you made Raymond to come with a strong speech because you made it to look like you don't have hope in the process.
No, I do have hope, but
you have a lot of people.
You know why?
Listen, let me highlight something quick. I beg you. Let me highlight something quick.
I got hope.
Let me clear my own air. You come in.
I got hope and I'm optimistic. But here is my issue.
Give our percentage. We want to know what you believe. What you believe
on silent.
Let me clear something. You see, ask for a couple. Let me tell you, ask for. They're sitting here. I'm not Unity Party, man. I'm not CDC, man. I'm not ANC, man. So don't ask me for what I'm doing with my voice. I'm here as a presenter. I'm presenting the show. And everyone else have which RD? You've been looking for RD since 1982.
I get
it. Okay, they found the RD. Guess what?
I got it.
Put in a group chat.
I mean, go ahead.
I want us to win. I want us to win.
Guys,
my issue is, let the top. We can say all we want here. It will be good. But look, the same vigor, enthusiasm that Yeke brings to the table. That's why we are not dealing with civilized people. I keep saying this thing. CDC is not civilized. We cannot hang up with kids' gloves.
So guys, let me lay my thoughts now. But
Raymond, you've learned that.
We're now moving. You ask me the question, others answer the questions for me.
It's just a percentage. That's why.
And this is why I didn't give reasons why I'm saying that. The first reason is that there are a lot more Liberians voted against George Weah than they voted for George Weah. Okay. Second, the reasons why people voted against George Weah still remain.
Okay.
The Kush infestation hasn't changed in the country. The economy is still the same. The auditors who die are still there. Okay. The corruption in government is still there. The bar roads haven't been built. And we got election coming about soon. So those circumstances are not going to change.
Thank you.
And now we have one umbrella that the opposition can come under. So most people who voted, like you said, some people will not vote with their political leaders. But the individual Liberians who voted and cast their vote, majority cast their vote against George Weah. That gave confidence to any opposition political party who went in the second round with George Weah. George Weah should be shivering with fear. Thank you. Then anybody in the opposition should be shivering with fear.
Let's hold you there. Let's take Eston and Prince quickly because we're out of time now, guys. We're here for 2 hours and we're already on the 2 hours.
Listen,
we gotta go.
Well, in the opposition, we have the edge going into this runoff because of these reasons. George Weah performed dismally. He is a man who came to power, gifted power by the Liberian people after Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and professed that he was going to outdo her performances during her tenure. He has performed worse than Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Look how the man came to prominence because of sports. Liberia Lone Star played today. Not anyone can even mention the name of Lone Star nowadays. And don't forget, the man who he holds as his sports minister was once upon a time Soga wasn't also a player on the national team. Forget the most essential things, the education and healthcare. We are nowhere in terms of being up to par, up to standard with our neighbors. But look at the minimal thing like sports. We are doing so terribly bad on a man who made it to the zenith, to the top of soccer. He cannot even do well in sports. So what are we talking about here? Look, let me go a little gutter. His chairman, Moba Molu, his party chairman, Moba Molu, said this is a man that talks about Liberian women negatively. I did not say it. This is coming from his chairman's mouth. His
so
Eston,
the percentage. The percentage.
So any figure CDC and inept George Weah puts out, we are going to outdo his number because or these paramount reasons are
So are you predicting predicting a 50%, let's say 51%
for us
or 50%?
If CDC puts up, if CDC puts up 40, we'll put up 50, up to 60. If CDC puts up any amount, we'll outdo them because George, we have so many negative sides going into these elections. Liberia never had this level of drugs on the market compared to where it is today. Yes, a man who dropped the ball on $100 million case. If that is not enough for the Liberian people to see that this man should not be close to any presidency, any stratosphere of this world, then it's up to them. But I know they can see that this man is so, he has moved the country so much backward.
Thank you very much.
Ages for us to be out of the hole that we have been docked in right now.
Okay, Prince, let's hear you, sir. And then we take just few calls, very few calls, and we out here.
No. Only say the reality.
Prince, what do you think will be the percentage with the CDC and the Unity Party going to a second round?
Oh my God!
What do you think will be the percentage?
Now in Liberia history, that Liberia went 3 times for election on the presidential ballot. No, so the percentage is 50 plus 1. Now, reason why I say 50 plus 1. Mr. Appleton, who came from all the blue moon, that came to a place where people expected Cummings to be, or even Gonglo to be. It was never done. That's 1. 2, Nimba County deliver 60% to Joseph Boakai. Why I say that? Maybe the next 20% or 40%, no matter for the 40% went to Chero Gonglo. Because Gonglo came very good in Nimba County because of son of Nimba. So do you think the council that put no, a man of repetition, a man of status will take his vote and give the CDC? So forget about Nimba County. This time, what we're going to do, as to directly one of my brothers said, we're going to work massively this time. All our leaders, the campaign team, we're going to go back in the drawing room, as I said before I left my office, that Yombly, Buchanan belongs to you. Go to Buchanan.
Okay.
And work in
Buchanan. We get all I wanted. We get all I wanted. But let's go back to the percentage.
I'm going to tell you. 51 plus 50 plus 1.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you it's a very good point. You are predicting that the Unity Party is going to get 51%, while the CDC will get 49%.
Correct. So now let me go to the other point. Now, who are the people? Who are the other stakeholders that we're trying to bring on board? That we will bring on board? Lucini Camara took a lot of vote from Lofa County. You think that we're going to go to CDC? Please stop.
Okay.
So
thank you.
Yes. No. Then Bon County.
So you said no, you know.
We'll see it.
But we gotta go to the lines.
Right.
We gotta go to the lines. Let's take a few calls because we're already out of time. We've gone a little over the 2 hours that we're supposed to be here. So let's take a few calls. We have the WhatsApp line up there, and you can also call on 0555-101075, 0555-101075. This is the late night show on Spoon. We are live here. Of course, this is where we gathered to talk about the unfoldings. Of course, here we disagree, but we try to be very saver because we all have our eyes on the bigger picture. The interest of our country is what every single person here is pushing for, whether they're from the different political parties. Yes, Liberia first. So let's take our first call here. Hello.
How you doing?
Yes, sir. Let's hear you. Your name and where you calling from?
Yes, I want to tell every one of you guys, thank you for the hard work. I'm a visually impaired woman. I watch this show every night, but I've been trying to call. The only time I've tried calling that was yesterday. All of your strategy, the strategy cannot be explained on air. And there are a lot of losses in the first election that people are not flying.
Okay.
So people went to go vote and they already voted. Some are already voted for them. There are some false polling center that was built.
False polling centers? What do you mean when you say false polling centers?
To Bakuma there was a man I called. He said they get one polling center there that not originated by NEC, but then they get a tax that NEC sound on. I've seen here that thing over the air. I've never heard it.
Okay.
I'm a visually impaired. I get a lot of information.
Thank you.
This government pollute this the system.
Thank you.
So
Thank you for the information.
You guys have to be able to take note of that.
Thank you very much.
The strategy that you're talking about for this Eastern, I don't want to believe that those people really voted for that man.
Okay.
But there was nobody there to be able to give evidence. That's why we just feel that the people voted for their son. Let us be able to take note on that.
Thank you very much for your input. We'll take just a few more calls because we're out of time. Hello. Hello, go ahead. You're live. Hello.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Nelson, this is Bien.
Okay, Bien, it's good to have you.
From Philadelphia. Yeah, Nelson. What we are saying, man, the only thing I got to say is this. We just need to work hard and leave this too much number calling, because as my brother in studio say, we got too much number to go on time, man. What we need to do is put our reboots or go back in those villages, go back in where we're supposed to go, and make our people get to be educated to this voter thing.
Okay.
We don't be sitting in studio and be calling number 70% or 80%. No, we don't need no percent. All we need is to tell the people to get out to vote, and afterward we will have the number that will be counted.
Thank you.
Also go forward.
Thank you very much. Let's hold you there and take this. Okay. Let's squeeze this person in. Hello. Oh, we lost all two persons together. Okay, let's bring somebody from here. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, you're live. Your name and where you calling from?
Okay, I'm calling from Steven Tavaleste.
Let's hear you.
The problem that I get right now is the D word, the man called Facon. I can lie to you.
My man, listen, Fagon not on the show, so forget Fagon. Let's discuss what we're talking about.
Okay. I go straight. And all we have, we can never be deported from this country to go to another country. All we Liberians have to do is make our mind and get our classes and pray for better election in Liberia.
Thank you.
Whosoever will win, let it win.
Thank you.
Whosoever God turn the country to be like the country to the person, it's not about we are, it's not about brother.
Thank you.
But the same people I see that called law.
Thank you. Let's hold and take this person. Hello. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, hello. Go ahead. You're live.
Yeah, good evening, Nelson. My name is Alexander Fumba, a Liberian journalist in Canada.
Okay.
I'm just calling to kind of give 1 or 2 points. Quickly, a point of correction is actually 50% plus 1 vote. It's not 51%. So just want to clarify that.
Quickly. Did you hear 51%?
Yeah, I also want to say 51%. But I
no,
mean,
that was
okay.
prediction. That was prediction. At that point of the show, we were going around with predictions, what their thoughts are, and I think that's where you captured.
Okay.
In the case of the second round, the prediction, and that was one of the predictions that you got caught up with. But go ahead, sir. You're live.
Yeah, perfect. I just want to caution the Unity Party administration, the people that are managing the party. Please, I think it is good that they pay for at least 2 or 3 days on this program. And instead of panelists, let them give the Liberian people the time to call in, and share their views and concerns. I think it's a good thing. If not the entire 2 or 3 hours, at least half of the time would be better for the people to call and really, give them their input. And that's a good thing for them to do. I just want to send that caveat out. Thank you.
Thanks a lot for your contribution. I think that's a great one. Hope they can come and pay some money to this station to do that. Yeah. The party gotta pay some money. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, my man. Hello, go ahead.
Thank you. I'm calling from the China Bill, Mambagre Nima United.
Yeah, go ahead quickly. Let's hear you.
Okay. Actually, let's admit the vote we voted. Or there was irregularity. Before I call my percentage, they critically look at the system. The number of voters that turned out for Unity Party, it was temporary.
You think so?
We are proceeding to the second round to get our 60%.
Oh, 60%.
Yeah, we're getting a 60%, 60-40. For the system should be the number that we cast. It should be given to Baka.
Thank you.
That is the problem.
Thank you. Let's.
So what happened to District 8? As Calabria declared a winner, where they get 72, they only have one behind to get 100 vote adding the right there.
Thank you. Let's hold you there and take the last 2 calls. Thanks a lot, sir. Let's take this person and then we'll take the last call. Hello.
Morning.
Morning. Go ahead, sir.
This is Joseph James calling.
James, go ahead.
Let me thank you for the platform. What I want to tell the opposition, there is not a United Party fight now. This should be an opposition fight. We need to do those things that we did not do in order to ensure that the opposition wins. And here are some of the messages we need to carry out. The civil sound needs to be worked on. Now, if you went to districts for 5 days, maybe tomorrow or next week, you'll see some of those sounds would be scared. Because right now, initially they thought it would have, and the opposition would have won first round. But because they did not do it, the ruling party members are going to be threatening them. They need to come out and fight as never before and know that this is their last fight. Because if the ruling party wins, someone else will leave that they'll lose it.
Thank you.
So they need to come out and tell their people, like people in America calling to their brand saying that, look, you'll vote for the opposition. They should be able to call in the interior and say, look, you need to vote for opposition. As if you don't, when they win, we out, and you will suffer the same way.
Thank you.
And do you know that it is alleged that there were arrests shared all around during the going election?
Okay.
To Kobo Seller.
No, I see that. I know about Kobo Seller receiving rest. But thank you.
Was hearing rest.
Let's take the final call here. Hello. Hello. Yeah, hello. You're live. Go ahead.
Hi, this is Sherry. I'm calling from South Carolina.
Sherry, go ahead.
Yeah, so I just want to share my view. I hear a lot of people talking about how they improved the campaign. The reality is people after they came out and voted. That's not the problem. The problem is how can we figure out a way to stop the fraud? Because we saw on Facebook and all other social platforms how people turn out and voted.
Okay.
You're not paying attention to the problem. The problem is not the people coming out to vote. The Liberian people are tired with this government.
Thank you.
What can we do to solve the problem of the fraud?
Thank you.
I really believe that a recount, even if it is 16 months of Broward County is doing, because it cannot change the numbers. The only thing they can do is the data entry where they enter wrong numbers
Thank you.
to the computer to prove that they won. there's a lot of fraud, and that's why we need to pay attention to, and not the vote. People will come out to vote because the people are tired, and it's clear.
Let's hold you there
already.
Let's hold you there. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Well, we will hold the calls there. We
can I close first?
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Close up.
Yeah, I'll not be long.
You have 30 seconds to do that, but we out of time.
My Liberian people, thank you for your vote. We are appealing to the leadership of the United Party. Reach out to all the opposition leaders. Make sure you preach the message and talk to our people. And the lastly, please let us protect our vote. Our vote is important. Let us send people to the Southeastern. Let it go there, build a house, sleep there, eat there. Like I said, whatsoever they want to do, let it do it. But we need our vote to be protected to the Southeastern, because when we get the Southeastern and Grand Bassa, we don't have all the Southeastern, but we can get maybe something around 20% in the Southeastern and Grand Bassa. We hold Grand Bassa, it is over. We beg you, humbly, Mama, I beg you. Dylan, you're the king of Maserati. Please, y'all get on your feet and go out there and mobilize people. Let us make this history together.
Thank you.
We are in the diaspora. We work with y'all. We hear every time we talk with sensitize our people. We call our people as we did first. I submit. General guy, thank you.
Thank you, General guy.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. I know that thing gonna go ahead. Oh, God.
Thank you, General guys. No, I mean was the one who flagged that whole General guys thing.
You
can
my man. I'm going. Y'all put me behind stage.
You get your key?
Easy. The man.
Why you going so you can't break the rules?
Yeah, he's going now. But let's hear you. Eston, let's take Eston. Charisma, you stay here. You're not going. Let's take Eston.
Oh, so you're just bouncing around?
Yeah, I'll just be jumping all around.
Listen, in conclusion, I'd like to say I think we had a pretty spirited show, but the opposition and those who are opposed to this terrible government, we have worked on our hands. And I agree with every single person who said, except for those who need to be in the nation's capital, Monrovia, the rest of the people, like Mr. Barney of Maryland, the like of Madam Kanga Lawrence of Grand Bassa, and I mean, just every person like Mr. Prince Johnson, even the VP, people need to go to their roots, their counties that they represent, to proffer the message of the people. And I don't call it UP's message, I call it the people's message. This country has fallen apart under this footballer, and it's time to redeem this country, and it starts now. Everyone must take heed, and everyone must act accordingly to do their part. Long live our common patrimony in Liberia, and as we grow in age, I always say, may we grow in wisdom.
Thanks a lot. Now let's take Sandy. Sandy, go ahead. Then we take Charisma. Then we take Mickey. Then we take Sylvester. Then we take Raymond.
Thank you.
30 seconds.
Yeah, well, quickly. Thank you, Nelson, and everybody for another great show. Moving forward, what I want to do here is to talk to the Liberian people. Do not give up. Do not give up on voting out the CDC regime. Do not give up on a better Liberia. Do not give up on a country that we all should benefit from. And I said this to say that I understand that some of you may be tired. I understand that some of you may have some level of frustration with everything going on, but re-energize yourself. Get ready for the second round. Go back to your registered districts, whether it's in the counties or it's in the city. Get back to your registered district. If they track you to register you in your various districts, in your various county, stay there. Or come back to Monrovia and get ready to go back there. Vote. Do not say, I will not vote during the second round. You must vote. And you must vote to kick out President Weah and his corrupt officials. We deserve to have a better country. Our nation, Liberia, deserves to do well like our neighboring countries and other countries. We cannot continue to see and live in a country that is struggling with insecurity and all of our infrastructures are destroyed. So re-energize yourself. Let's get back out there and let's vote Ambassador Boakai as the next president of the Republic of Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And then we move on to the next person. Mickey? Was it Mickey?
Yeah.
Okay, Mickey, go ahead.
No, Charisma will speak after Charisma.
Okay, Charisma, go ahead.
Nelson said he and Charisma leaving the same time. Mickey, go ahead.
No. Charisma will go.
This is early morning politics.
The two people in Liberia. What do you mean by you're leaving the same time? You're in Liberia.
My man.
Who's in Liberia? Oh, Nelson. You leave Nelson alone. Yeah.
These politicians. In fact, I got one button here I can put anybody backstage. So. Okay, go ahead.
So we are closing up, Nelson.
Yeah, we're closing up now.
Yeah,
okay. Let me say thank you again to you for taking up your time to always be here with us. It's 3:45 a.m. at my end, 15 minutes to 4 a.m. in the morning. And I have a specific message to my people that's listening. Currently, the CDC government got a lot against them. Let us not forget that our country is being used as a drugs hub where they push destroying our young children. And we must get rid of that. And how to do that is to make sure that we vote just. We are out of power. Let also not forget the hardship. Our people are suffering and struggling. Don't let no one fool you to bribe you for $10, $20 to sell your rights for the next 6 years. The massive corruption, government officials building massive properties all over the country while the common people are struggling. This should give you the zeal and the strength to go out once tomorrow is fully announced that we have a runoff to go to the ballot boxes and vote for Honorable Boakai to make sure that we vote Josh. We are out to make sure we have our country back in our economy.
Thank you.
The lack of drugs in hospitals, like the JFK hospital, we see people die consistently. We have major situations, mothers lose their babies because of lack of medication. This tells us that our country needs a change. And when we run off to the second round, it's going to be number 1 on the ballot. It's not going to be number 2 anymore. Honorable Boakai is going to be number 1. It's just going to be 2 persons you're going to have on the ballot. Secondly, you don't need to travel to any county. Wherever you find yourself, whether in Maserati, in Grand Bassa, where you are working, you can register. You can go and vote. Just for the fact that's where you register, you can vote. You don't need to. Nobody need to tell you. Say, let me truck you to another area. They're not going to do re-registration or stuff like that. So wheresoever you know you register, you can go right back to that same place and cast your vote.
Thank you.
Again, I would want to say that we want to see a better Liberia. We want to see our country improve. We want to see our economy boom. We cannot do it by just sitting and folding our hands. As our people have gotten up and spoken, let that voice be louder than what we have for the first round. Thank you, Nelson.
Thanks a lot. Let me just squeeze in Ture quickly, and then we'll come to you, Mickey. Sorry. Let's squeeze in Ture quickly. He has Ture, you have 30 seconds to make your point, sir.
Nelson, thank you so very much. Guys, thank you for the program. Unfortunately, I could not be on tonight. But you see, the good news is, if you are a United Party, the good news is there is a second round. But if you are the CDC, the bad news is, all of the conditions that made you to be so sort of like unattractive to the Liberian people, those conditions remain consistent, stubborn, and prevalent. That's the bad news. Kush is still on the table. Lack of governance is still on the table. Corruption is still on the table. All of these things, ritualistic killing, extrajudicial killings, all these things are on the ballot. And all of the conditions that led to 112 invalid votes. Those stuff have been taken care of. Now this is face to face, where to where. No confusion.
Thank you.
Not only to one person or 20 person on the ballot. So it's very easy for our woman to distinguish the sheep from the goat.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you, Ture. Thank you very much. Let's hold you there. Mickey, go ahead. Cindy, you done, right?
Yeah.
No, I can take a few more minutes.
No.
Don't get 1 minute back after from him.
Yeah, give my 1 minute back.
Don't mind Cindy. Cindy, you done. Mickey, go ahead. And then, Sylvester, why you put your hand like that? Okay, after Mickey will take Sylvester.
My brother Sylvester, I don't want the people to leave this platform today with the impression that we are sadist or we have a defeatist mindset. So I will start by rallying the troops, as we can say in the military. Yo!
Man, I'm about to crash for you. Listen,
people, you can also put the Alibaba in 430. Yo. We get
I'm muting the man. The man will do that battle cry when finish. When you're ready to talk, then we'll unmute him.
Go
ahead.
No, man.
Next thing that way, CDC hat.
I feel it. I mean, our brothers, the atmosphere is kind of down. That's true. I mean, there's a little, you can say all you want to say. There's still a little bit of disappointment. And especially we had that whole 1 round victory and all the hype and so and then we didn't experience that. We are human beings. There will be disappointments, and there are disappointments, but it's on us to dust ourselves up. You know, it is for our country. So going forward, we got to hammer it. Get out the vote. It's no time to be complacent. It's no time to be defeated. It's no time to be weary. Because as I will borrow from the words of Ani Saki, the issue of leadership in our country is like a baby and a diaper. Every time a baby messes up the diaper, you have to change it. You cannot say, I will not change it again because I just changed it and the baby messed up. If we have a bad leader, we have to keep voting until we get the right one. So my people, let's come out. Let's rally the troops. Let's encourage our people to come out and vote. That's the spirit we got to take. Sylvester, when you come after me, you got to continue. Take the baton from me and continue. Don't come here without defeatist mentality. Please. You see my brother Raymond smiling now.
Yeah, you ain't get a percentage to attach with any confidence.
My man, we just won't win. You see, they men are so gonna CDC, man. Why are you sticking with no more billing?
No, listen, you don't attach CDC to me. You CDC say I Unity Party, man. Unity Party people say I CDC, man. The other day they say I ANC, man. But listen,
Nelson, we from the United Party and will take you. We automatically take you.
I beg you.
Social media is going to be lit.
Well, go ahead. We gotta go, gentlemen. I'll close you. You nothing. I'll close you.
Why you might be way up there? You close it.
Put me there.
I'll close
it.
Gentlemen and lady, this is the halftime. The whistle will be blown. And we'll get back on the page. We should not relent. At least, you know what it means to go against an incumbent with such a percentage who fought a good fight. We will make it to the finish line. Everybody did extremely well. Let us stop the blame game and just recalibrate. Hence, all hands on deck. Even you, Mickey. Anybody you can call in Liberia to be a part of the process so that we all can take this nightmare over us, you know.
Thank you.
And then we all can celebrate later. And I can see us celebrating because Raymond can't wait. I mean, he can't wait.
Thank you very much. Let's hold you there. Let's take Alfred from the top, and then we just close up down here.
Well, again, once again, I want to tell our Liberian people from Lofa to Maryland for taking up their time to participate in the process. Electioneering processes, they are not an event. So we anticipated, even though we hardly pray that we're going to win the first ballot, but the process continues. Election is not only about registering or going on a day to vote. It past that, you have to, it's a long process. It's a very long process. So those of us who are a little bit disappointed that we now want George Weah on first ballot, this is what the process called for, that we will have a second round, because our constitution is very clear that before you become president, you got to get 50% plus one of the registered voters, and we're not able to get that number. So my people, if you know your life has not been better for the last 6 years, come out and join the rescue team and
thank you,
George. We are out.
Thank you,
Mr. Boakai. Please, we're begging you. This is beyond you now. No time to play anything. Go out there, meet with these opposition leaders, and see how best we can come to the table to think Liberia, build Liberia, and love Liberia. Thank you so much.
Thank you. But where we're coming from with the other parable? Anyway, Eston, go ahead. Let's hear you. Eston, go ahead.
Well, Nelson, I'm a fair man. I went already.
Okay, he went already.
Okay. Okay, Sheriff, let's hear you.
What about me? You skipped me?
I go here.
We need more people like me.
Yeah, you're a fair guy. Yeah. So Raymond, go ahead, sir, and then we take.
Our Liberian people, you did an excellent job. You came up in your numbers. You were resolved. You cast your ballot. But majority of you never voted for the criminal in chief, the one who got cush in our country, the one who stole our money. When he played soccer, could not afford $500,000 car. Now he president for 6 years. That's what he's driving, flying private plane around when you can't even have basic medicine at the hospitals, when the school system is so down, and everybody in the country, the whole country filthy. Jefferson Koji wearing Gucci clothes when the streets are smelling with filth.
Okay.
You did your thing, and we thank you. We want to thank all the political leaders.
Thank you.
All the political leaders in the opposition who stood up and fought a good fight against this criminal in chief. Now is the time for us to rally together. This win under the umbrella of the United Party is the opposition. And I like to refer to this mission as the rescue mission and not United Party, because it takes every one of us, every well-meaning Liberian who oppose the negative things that are happening in our country and the wrong direction our country is heading. It's time, people. When you start a fight, you're in a fight to win. We started this fight and we are in it to win. Don't give up. You are at the finish line. It's just one more step to go across the finish line. But it's the step you take with all of your energy, all of your might, all of your resolve, all of your resources. Let us rescue Liberia, and together we all can build Liberia. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Prince, then we take Sheriff. I see Bibi is backstage. I don't know whether she wants to do her closing, but just go ahead, Prince. And
then I can leave for her to come and do her closing.
No, she's already here. I mean, it's gonna be via audio, so no need for you to leave. I'll go together. Nobody going yet. So Prince just close up.
That's a plan for everybody to go together tonight. Well, I just want to say congratulations to my Liberian people in Liberia and around the world for supporting our people in Liberia by the means of cash, kind, voice, call, to be able to go to the polling center and vote on October 10th, that the date. It was overwhelming. We said thank you. Whether you voted for United Party, you voted for CDC, you voted for Cummings, we say thank you peacefully. But now it's two-man race. If you think the school your children are going to it's feasible that you can even pay your children's school fee. And they say they pay your wire fee. They did not pay your wire fee. Your parents' money that they harmonize, that will pay your wire fee. I want the young people to be focused now. We got only one man to take off that seat, which is George Manuel Weah. He has denigrated Liberia to the lowest. And to my people in Nima County, anybody I salute you, I tell you thank you. I know what Nimba stands for. We're behind you all the way. I say thank you. For the Southeast, we know you did your best, but yet instead there was no role in going to your hometown. Where the president from? He wrote chopper to get over you, to talk to you. And you voted him. Made up your mind. Your area needs development. Your area needs your kids to go to better school. You don't have to be going to go to Ivory Coast when you want oil. You go to Ivory Coast when you want to buy water.
Thank you.
Let us be focused this time and give Honorable Boakai the baton and the touch to bring Liberia back to a pre-war status.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Tell you thank you.
Thank you. Sharif, just take 30 seconds, sir. 30 seconds.
Joking. Yeah.
You want to get a whole speech?
All joking aside, thank you so much again for the opportunity. My Liberian people, we are halfway there. And let's understand also to all the oppositions, you should always look at the fact that the reason why that you got in the race is because you found that this president is not doing the job that he's supposed to do. That's the reason why that you got in the race. And you felt that you could be the change that Liberia needs. You got in the race with that same energy. And we are asking all the voters from the opposition bloc and even from the CDC, we are asking you to look at yourself and look at and envision what your country, what you want for your country. And we also understand that the trend our country is at right now is not the right trend. We want you guys to come and support us. And to our colleagues at the ARCOP, All Liberian Coalition Party, few days ago, it's not even years ago, it's just few days ago, this president and his colleagues insulted you, insulted your tribe, insulted your religion, insulted your party, and also denigrated you. This man didn't even stop there. He killed members of your party, citizens who went out there to exercise their constitutional right. These people were out there. They did not attack CDC. They were not bothering any citizens. You guys were on your personal domain. This man came and his supporters and started shooting randomly and killed some of your supporters. You will be betraying those people that die for their country by you going and supporting that same enemy. So the right thing you can do is vote against this president. And I know many of you have voiced your opinion today. Many of you have said today that even your political leader go the other way, you all will go the other way. So I'm asking you, come the next second round. I want you guys to come and vote Joseph Boakai and vote at the dictator that we have. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sharif. With that, we want to say thanks to everyone for being a part of the show today. Thank you, Sharif. Thank you, Prince. Thank you, Eston. Thank you, Raymond. Sylvester, thank you. Mickey, thanks a lot. Alfred, thank you. Karishma, thanks for being here as well. And to the guys who were here but left, Moba, my co-moderator, and Ture couldn't make it to come on today, but he made his point via the phone. We'll say thanks to everyone. We look forward to having a great show tomorrow.
But Nelson, I thought you said somebody in the background.
You got BB on?
Okay, yes. So I don't know.
Guys, before I go to bed, can we just hop up on the group chat and just have a quick meeting? I have a suggestion that I don't want to air on. I don't want to put up on the air. I want to
okay
first before we can bring it.
All right, so we'll get all the
yeah. That's a good one. But yes, again I want to say thanks. Okay, so it's like BB has unmuted.
She'll be fine.
Okay, so BB, you want to do your closing real quick? You are live on. You are in with audio only.
Well, you're not open. How you close?
No, sorry guys. I wanted to be backstage today. It's been a rough day for me, and I think it's just based on everything that's going on right now in Liberia. I remember exactly, I would say about 5-6 years ago. I remember I was pregnant when we was doing the election for George Weah, and when George Weah won, it was such a disappointment. I remember sitting there to myself like, my son would be 11 years old, okay, by the time George Weah leaves the presidential seat in Liberia. And I'm in America here, and I was just thinking about the little ones that was going to be born that same years, the same time as my son. You know what I mean? And just thinking about how they're going to be deprived from education, how their future is going to be. Today, my son is 5 years old. He's only 5. He just turned 5 in May. He can read. He know a lot of stuff. And, when I saw those numbers today, it really just kind of took me back to that moment and how I felt. And Liberian people, if you're hearing my voice, please, we need to stop depriving ourselves. We have the opportunity and chance to do better and be like the others around us in Africa. Africa and African, we can rise again. We just have to make the right decisions. For those of you that went out there and vote, I'm encouraging you guys, please go back out there and vote. And for some of you that had doubts, please think about all the things that you're going through now, all of your shortcomings that you have, things that you wanted in life that you probably can't get because of you don't have the opportunity. Our political leaders will only prioritize us if we continue to tell them again and again by showing up to the polls. If we can tell George Weah that this is not the life they want for Liberian, trust me, everybody else that's going to follow and going to know that the Liberian people, that we are ready. We are ready for a change. So please, my people, go back out there and vote. Let's not deprive ourselves from having a better life, because yes, we can have a better life. Yes, we can have change in Liberia.
Thanks a lot, BB. Thanks for making your input, and we appreciate you for showing up again. And with that, we'd like to close up. Thanks to everyone. We look forward to having a great show tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.
Sherry Moisio.
So Sylvester coming in with that, he will be the first person I would.
Someone was actually asking about that today. Say why no one.
Why what? Someone was asking us why.
Someone made a comment. I saw you in the comment today.
Nelson, before we go, please, I wanted to answer a question that Prince asked far back when we were talking about the Liberian teachers. So Prince, I made very good tabagia.
No, Sylvester said you can.
I made very good tabagia. I worked for Lofa County 3 years on the steering committee.
Put yourself in situation you can't handle.
I think I'm the best cook in the world. I'm the best cook in the world.
You put tabagia for one person here, you will cook until all the hair on your skin will point.
Good thing is, all of you now in Liberia, only Sandy, I can actually invite. Sandy, I will invite you for tabagia.
Sandy, not in Liberia.
I'm always there, Karishma. I'm always there. Don't deprive me.
I'm coming.
Sandy not come to Liberia since 20 years.
I was there last year and stuff.
Sandy left from Liberia 1972.
I beg you. 72. Mama, when I even play around for my village.
You can wear some of the rainbows and get on the field for the 2 weeks.
I was in Liberia last year. I will be back again soon.
Guys,
thank you. Thanks to everyone.
I'm a disabled vet.
Look at see you guys. Good night.
What's she believe it?
I see you. Good night. Bye. Yeah, bye.
Okay.
What the point be even?
Who can we believe that story there? We're not connecting. We're not connecting. They may muted. You
know what I would do, Daisy? Yeah? I will call your video call. I will show it to you.
My man will go in here. Let me tell you now.
They say liar can say my witness behind the river.
When
I'm telling you my witness behind the river, I say I will call you.
Okay. Thank you, Chief. Raymond, thank you. I know that money side in your background.
The barrows, Joe, we had a barrow medicine made for us.
They made a champion or a female.
I beg you, I'm hungry. Let me go. Yeah, thank you.
The barrows, Joe, we are giving to the Liberian people. I'm interested in infrastructure more, so.
Well,
I will always show the barrows to the Liberian people to remind them.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, man.
Okay. So, folks, that's how I would like to wrap up on this edition of the program. Thanks a lot to all of you out there for joining us. We'll be here again tomorrow with another edition of the program. Until then, I'm Nelson Colette. Bye-bye for now. Have a good night.
From the CEO, stand home with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the South and then charges on the beat. To get your information. To the spoon, to be part of our discussion. Spoon television. Spoon radio station. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia.